Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Wednesday night. And you know what that means, folks? It means a little bit of AEW Dynamite. Here at the Wrestling for Life Network, we got another live stream, and we will be your live reaction to all the action here tonight. It's going to be a fun one, folks, coming off All In, a great show, a big show. What does TK have in store for us? Well, we're going to talk about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get in that chat, click all the buttons, and strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. It's going to be a fun one. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. We got a new champ, and we got the belt back. So a joyous occasion here in the AEW world. I see that chat filling up already. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, do all the things, hit all the buttons. Don't forget those little reaction buttons. They help the algorithm. And be a friend, tell a friend. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're doing well. You're feeling good. Hump day in the books. We're going to cap it off with a little bit of wrestling. Friday, Junior tomorrow. The weekend is upon us. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, like I said. And we're going to have some discussions about pros, cons, good, bad, in between, NXT versus AEW. Is that really the fight we're in right now? We're going to talk about it all. And as always, we start off every single show with nothing but hope. Every Wednesday we come here hoping for an exciting time. I would say that AEW is on a roll with All In being a super big show. It felt good. A lot of good things happened. The fan base is happy about it. Lots to talk about it. A lot of talk about a crazy weekend in wrestling. So we're going to break it down here tonight. We're going to get into it. I want to see that chat blown up. I want to see what you think. I want to know what's on your wrestling mind. But we got lots on the card. Lots got announced today. I will admit, and we'll talk more about it, not exactly what I was hoping for from TK going into this show. I wanted to see a new era. I wanted to see growth. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see where everything that you kind of led to All In, where does it go today? How do we turn the page? How do we get to the next chapter? How do we make it look good? How do we make it feel good? Did he do that? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But I will take a second to remind everybody, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and I appreciate everyone being back here again. I see some familiar faces. I see some new faces. So again, get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. We're going to blow this one up here tonight. But as far as on the card, we're going to talk about it. I will quickly shout out Spaz, Damien, Kevin. You guys top 3 last night. Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you being in the top 3. Get in that chat. You can be in the top 3. We'll call you out tomorrow. And we got lots coming your way. This channel has had one day off this month. One day. We do it different, folks. We do it at a higher level. We do it at a different rate, and we cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there. So make sure, let everybody in the wrestling world know about the Wrestling for Life Network. But tonight, we're going to hear from Adam Page. We're going to open the show with Adam Page. Exciting times. We're going to see the belt again. The belt is back on Dynamite. That might be the biggest thing that we get going into tonight, is the fact that the belt is here. We're also going to get Adam Copeland in the building. We'll see how that looks. And Adam Copeland, not Cope, Adam Copeland, which I do prefer. But Adam Copeland, who made his return at All In, he told his buddy Christian to go find himself. So we'll see how Christian made out with that. Now, let's get into the announced matches. And this is where I'm going to throw some flags on the field, folks. And if you're a diehard AEW fan, you might not love my take here. But like we said, I wanted new. I wanted growth. I want to see more. But tonight, we have announced a fatal 4-way, I guess. But it's a money one. It's a 100K, 400K. I don't know what we're giving away. But again, a money match. We've seen a few of these. No rhyme, no reason, no explanation. Why do these matches get a cash reward? Why don't other matches get cash rewards? What about the main event? The main event talent, you get a main event spot, but you don't get to win some money. I don't know. I don't know. I don't quite get it. I don't quite understand. But that being said, we're also getting a trios match. Hangman, Briscoe, and Hobbs taking on Moxley, Yuta, and Cesaro. I know. Claudio. Here's where I get the concerns. I thought we had a death match on Wednesday, and I know I saw someone online, and I'm actually going to shout out a couple of people that I've had good discussions with this week. But I saw, a person in particular. Why? Well, what's wrong with Moxley working? He's supposed to take time off. Like, he was in a death match. He's been champion for months. He's held the belt hostage. If that death match was as insane and intense and bone breaking as they present it, I don't know that we follow it right back up with this match. I don't know that this is the best booking. If again, fatal four-way trios match followed, we're going to get Toni Storm, which she deserves it. We're going to get a celebration. A lot of debate about this one, including a mass podcaster, which is weird. Excalibur's little brother showed up in New York. I don't know what's happening there. Dorado taking on Fletcher. This match should be fun. This match is a little different, a little exciting. We're getting two guys in the ring again. Not every match has to be a barn burner or have a whole bunch of reason behind it. Some matches are just a good exhibition, a good showing. This one qualifies for me, and I think it shall be fun. But beyond that, wait, I didn't. One second. There's more matches. Tony Khan has also announced that he has brought in, he's going to do another all-star tag match. Now we have a trios match. We're going to have an 8-man match. We have a fatal four-way. I know people love to throw around the term lazy booking, but it does feel a little bit complacent. I don't know how you feel out there, but even as an AEW fan, is it not fair to say that this feels a little bit just scrambled eggs, a little more of the same, a little more of repetition, a little bit of rinse and repeat? How many of these all-star matches can we see? How many times can you run them back? How many times are we going to do kind of the same thing? I'm a little surprised. As we get about 5 minutes away from the start of the show. So again, make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you hit all the buttons and make sure you be a part of the fun. We're going to discuss more as I do have. Let me pull it up real quick so I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, an all-star 8-man tag. Bandito, Jet Ski, and Brody King. Random scrambled against Josh Alexander, Hitchachero, and the Young Bucks. Again, not a real rhyme or reason, not really sure what's up here or how we came to this conclusion, why that's happening. And we already talked about the other two. So, with all that being said, give me your 2 cents. What do you think about the booking? What do you think coming out of All In? Is this the type of match you were looking for? Were we hoping for more, better, different? You guys can let me know. I know when I was going through the card earlier today, I was a little kind of bummed because I felt like there's an opportunity here to kind of get into new. And again, just all these multiple person matches, to me, they don't suffice. They're not strong enough. They're not carrying the shows well enough. But that's up to you. You let me know how you feel out there, and I'm more than happy to discuss it. What's the one I missed? Oh. Who cares? But with all that being said, I will take a moment to say hello to everybody in the chat here tonight. As happy hump day, KJ and Big Nick. Zach, welcome back. Eric, how you doing? Interested to see if there's a new era of AEW starts tonight after y'all in Texas and got my boots on the ground. Let's go, Eric. Hope you're doing well, sir. TK announced Dorado versus Kyle Fletcher. Yes, he did. So that's interesting. TK announced Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander versus Thekla. Yes, he did. TK announced the All-Star Man. Yes, he did. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe, filling us in and all the stuff. And another thing is, like, they trickle in, like, on a Wednesday afternoon. Yesterday, this wasn't known. This morning, we didn't know. This afternoon, it's just, like, it's like he gets to his office, sits down, and pulls names out of a tumbler. Like, do we get bingo? Is it I-20? Is it 069? What are we doing? Tom, how you doing, buddy? Let's go. Evening also, we have a World's Trio Championship match. Paige, Briscoe, Hobbs versus, again, Death Riders. Is it necessary? I don't think so. You kind of hoped that the Page Moxley Death Rider situation was going to subside, like it was going to take the back burner. Now are we building like for a Moxley rematch? Where do we go with this? What is the direction? We know MJF has a contract. Does that play into it? But the fact of having this crazy match on a Saturday and then coming back on a Wednesday and running it back, I don't even think your champion should be in this match. Not to mention the two other guys are in, like Hobbs is in a faction with the trios champions, and no Joe, who got taken out. We've talked. We'll see what happens there. But no Shibata. Briscoe, I love Briscoe, but Briscoe's had more issues with MJF than anybody. I just don't get the rhyme. I don't get the reasoning. I don't get the approach that is being taken by Tony here. Tony Storm winning made my evening, but tired of the 1920s persona. Is Athena eyeing Tony's AEW? Well, Athena has done great things. Athena's still the Ring of Honor champion. I thought maybe she would have dropped that belt to like a Billy Starks by now. Hasn't happened, but we will see. Cherokee George, good to see ya. By the way, I didn't say Tom Kruger. Welcome back, Kevin. I see you. Not saying Rhodes Fletcher match will happen, but might. Rhodes, I want Lance. I put it out there, and Lance Archer actually liked it. But I suggest Lance Archer go after Dustin Rhodes. I think those two would have an absolute hoss fight. Let's go. Josh, welcome back. He's feeling all the AEW today. Clay Lewis, let's go. Sean Reed, I'm ready and hoping for a good show tonight. I've been defending All In this entire week at work and really hope for a good show. I want to make it clear. Like, I love the fact that there's a good, strong, healthy debate going on. I do feel like, and I will talk about this as the show goes on. I'll give a shout out. There's an account. I think it's AEW Neckbeards. I don't know. There was an account. I think that's what it is. And very, very pro AEW, but a lot of people talking about NXT had bad ratings last night, the lowest ratings maybe I think they've ever had. But they did 590, I believe it is, and change. Now AEW's had multiple, and now people are talking about, well, CW's on free and you got to pay a membership for. Like, I feel like every time there's a moment like this, there's an asterisk. The ratings don't matter, but then the ratings do matter. Do we even care? I honestly, at this point, don't give a shit. People are giving AEW, NXT a third brand. Well, they barely filled up 800. Yeah, but Dynamite's doing 1,100 tonight. Like, dude, how do we ignore certain things to make the narrative make sense? I understand you want to defend your favorite, and I understand why. Again, I think All In put on a great show. I think if Tony had trimmed off 3 or 4 matches. Like, I saw some people out there, like, there wasn't a single bad match on the show. I don't know. The fans in the building were sitting on their hands for a couple of them for sure. So that being said, I want everyone to have a consistent energy. You can't just keep changing the narrative to fit this idea. Well, we're competition. No, we're not. They're counterbooking. SmackDown. Number 1 on cable. Then we have Saturday main event. Same thing. Number 1. Back-to-back nights. First time in history. As AEW is kicking off, I'm going to say hello to everybody. You know how I do. I will catch up. I love this venue, though. And we're opening with Tony, and he's introducing Hangman. Alan, welcome back. Roddy, welcome back. Jose, good to see you. Safid, how you doing? AW Next Beers actually cracks me up. Again, we had a good back and forth, and no shade to the man. I want to have open discussion. There was another guy that jumped in. He has like 100 and something followers, and instantly into that like aggressive, toxic kind of. I'm not diminishing AEW. I'm asking legit questions. If NXT is embarrassing because they don't get 800, do you feel the same? Now, his answer to me was, oh, but tonight is a sellout. Yeah, but it's at 1,100 people. Like, you're bragging about how you're flexing and the big companies are afraid of you. But are they? Are they really? Ratings, meetings. I'm with you, buddy. I just want good shows. I want good quality show. I don't give a fuck how many other people are watching. If I'm entertained and a whole bunch of people chose not to watch, not my problem. But it's just this weird kind of thing. Like, when the numbers are on your side, they get braggadocious. You got, Tuna Meltzer out there giving all the reasons. So when he posts out, oh, by the way, NXT had a really bad week this week, which they've been consistently. I think they've only lost to AEW twice this year. But, he tacks on with AEW's numbers, oh, this is on, this happened. There was a fucking, a stinky fart floating through New Orleans, like whatever it is. He comes up with all these reasons why people didn't watch. Is he going to have that same energy for NXT of the MLB All-Star game and this and that and this? I don't know. Like the sunshine was out, so people didn't watch wrestling. I don't know what the fucking answer is, but really, I don't care. But it is funny. Anthony, how you doing? Welcome back. What's up? How you feeling? Should be a fresh relief tonight as Adam Page in the building. Speaking of being inconsistent, Jose, how you doing, buddy? I'm predicting Okada versus Takeshita. Again, I want to see Okada get less matches. I want to see Okada lose that belt. I don't want to see Okada as the champion. I don't want to see Okada. I think Okada is taking time as a big "you deserve it" chant breaks out. Adam Page composing himself. And this is a good redemption story. He's come all the way. And I feel like AEW has a champion they can be proud of. And they haven't had that in a long time. 1 or 2 weeks, find out about Seth's knee. Yeah, so Seth talked about that. Some people still think it's a work. If it's a work, it's a crazy work. But it looks like there was swelling around the knee. He'll find out as soon as possible. Yes, I was also watching Amazing Race. It comes on Amazing Race Canada, for those out there. Comes on right before Dynamite on our sports network. You deserve it. And again, 1,100 strong, loud. Are we ever going to get a match between Jamie Hayter and Thekla? I don't know. Thekla hasn't been booked very well. She's in another multi-person match. It's very hard to highlight and make someone feel special when they're consistently in Fatal 4-Ways. I think this is 3 or 4 weeks in a row. And if you count like Collision, like we're getting all these Fatal 4-Ways. I want to see the women do something prevalent. I want to see angles. I want to see storyline. I want to see the mid-card strong. People want, women's tag belts. Great. But if you give women tag belts just to sit the tag teams at home, there's no point. Young Bucks are no longer EVPs. Mercedes Moné lost. Now, I saw a rumor going around, and I didn't confirm it, and somebody out there can fact check me. But I heard a rumor that that I like it. The rah-rah speech is on strong, but he's shouting at the fans. Great baby face start to this one. I heard that Swerve and Ospreay, it says EVP on the AEW roster page. I don't believe that. That All In Tag title match was meh. Yes, it was. It was because it's not strong competition. Right, you have FTR on the pre-show, which okay, and then you have Hurt Syndicate taking on 2 weak teams, 2 teams that didn't help move the needle. Even having Adam Copeland come back when he did, I don't know. Sup, Safid, how you doing? Cracks you up how? Like funny, haha, or cracks you up crazy? More you deserve it, Chance. Is it me or does the comment box look different? Everything looks kind of different right now. I'm literally trying to figure out what's happening in my life. You love when things just they just update and change things and nobody says why, they just do it. Let's do that. That's better. Yeah, it's really cool. What's up, Tanisha? How you doing? MDB, good to see you. Brandon, welcome back. Richard, in case I haven't said hello. Ronan, Michael Spikes, Damien got you. Anthony, Cherokee George, Safid, MDB, Damian Dale, OG, how you doing, buddy? Bum. Yeah, got that one. What's up, Tanisha? You deserve it. AJ, how are you, buddy? Brandon, welcome back. Awesome that AEW is in the Windy City. I live 50 southwest from there. That's really cool. Chicago, great town. Again, I mean, the WWE faithful are out in droves pointing out, like, what happened to the United Center? Mega 279. I like it. What's up, my brother KJ? Hump day in the books. Let's go. Happy hump day, sir. Hope everyone out there getting that on. Miles. Yeah, I got you. I got you. This is a nice venue to have a concert in. I've been to it a few times. I like the old buildings like this. Toronto has some really nice ones that I love going to, like comedy shows or concerts. Those like the Danforth Music Hall. Those old venues are really cool. The acoustics are cool in them. This is a really great looking venue. Oh, I need to say thank you to Jay Weiss. I think he said hi, Jay White. There you go. There you go. They corrected it. To Copeland. So he's shouting out all the people. Was Jose got you. AEW needs to come to South Florida. How close would that be to Jacksonville? When you say South Florida, help me out. Solid start to the show. Good energy for this show. Great way to start the show. Absolutely. I was concerned when they originally announced the trios match that Page wasn't going to get his moment. He was just going to be in the match. This is great. And we'll see who interrupts it. Oh, Darby Allin gets a shout out. Big cheer. A champion that actually wears. Yes. AR1, welcome back. Yeah, it is. What's up, Philip? I hope this is a good dynamite tonight. I hope so too. And like I said, I was honest up front. Every Wednesday we start with hope. I want these shows to be so good. I just don't love all these multiple person matches. It's almost like trying to overcompensate for all the criticism on Tony Khan of you don't book enough people or book the right people. So his counter to that is, well, I booked all these people in all these multi-person matches. Doesn't that count? And you're like, not really, but whatever. Paige has everyone in the crowd going rah, rah, rah. Oh, mentioned Swerve, but and look, keep in mind, like I was a big fan of as the Swerve House chants break out, Hangman giving them a second. It looks like they're they're at a castle. Yeah, they're at fucking they're at medieval times. Those balcony seats must be cool. Understandable. Is it me or are the chat bubbles huge? Not anymore. But there we go. Maybe I was just trying to help people read. Any new champions always give a rah-rah speech. They should. They should. No, I didn't. I just haven't got there yet. Stay tuned. More to come. I never miss them. That is your only guaranteed click. And actually, I did click on yours. What do you mean? Jesus, Mega. Come on now. Patience, my friend. Klaatu, welcome back. Let's go. I saw the card tonight, like, oh boy. I was like, this afternoon, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a fucking show and a half. I was about to tell everyone, do not miss this live stream. I'm going to lose my mind. Paige is going full Cody Rhodes. A lot of chanting as we're back to Swerve's house. Do we see FTR come to their senses and return? I don't know. I don't think so, Cherokee George. I think they're going to stick heel. I know Dax was out there talking about the Iron Man match he had with Jay and Juice, and it was an epic one. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, people. But FTR isn't what they used to be. They are the once upon a time best in the world. They're not that anymore. In an ironic kind of way, they embrace the neckbeard gimmick far too deeply, and it's hilarious to laugh at. Again, I mean, a lot of people want to, they get into that toxic IWC vibe. I'll give him credit, and I follow the guy. So, like I said, I don't shout people out very often, but at least we had a conversation. He explained his side. So yeah, shout out to him. Happy blessed day. Let's go. I agree, Richard. They are a whack of they're wackest villains. It's not them. They were good heels once upon a time, but you need good baby faces to counter them, right? Like you go back to their NXT days when they were heels and they just ground down teams. That was the shit. Like there's stuff with like American Alpha. Go back and watch that as I am the champion. And he shows everybody the belt. And the AEW faithful are pumped. Toronto was absolutely beautiful from what I can remember. I went there a long, long time ago on a sixth grade field trip. Wow. I'm from upstate New York. I do like upstate New York. I used to go to Lake Placid annually at one point in my life. But yeah, I like Toronto. I mean, it's got its blemishes like any major city. Traffic's a bitch. But yeah, some of the really nice old venues. And it's a very vibrant city when it's on point. But nice speech to open the show. Good energy in the building. Good job by Paige. I don't really find any issues with anything he's saying. So as we go back to the replay of All In. OC shout out. Let's go. Yeah. Orange Cassidy. And they're giving some stats. 50 states. Okay. I don't mind this. Still not sure about the... Listen, I agree with you. I think that was a passion. He felt passionate tonight. And I've been critical of that in the past hockey, but I think okay tonight. And again, he's just got to keep doing it. He's got to keep swinging at it. I think to me, it's a breath of fresh air from Moxley saying the same shit he's been saying. 4.8 million, okay, views. Jay White mentioned, yep, Jacksonville is like 9 hours. Wow. All right. Really? Okay. That's interesting. It only takes me 24 hours to drive from here to Jackson to Florida. So, I mean, if you tripled that, you'd be here. Darby shout out. Yeah, Masonic Temple. There you go. There you go. Yeah, no, we got some really good venues. I was at Danforth not that long ago. Really cool. At least the belt is, yeah, 100%. It just feels refreshing. Nearly 100,000 follows on social media. Okay. As we're getting bushed, by the way. Man, all the time. Darby and Danielson mentioned absolutely. So he went through like the gamut of everybody that kind of lend a hand, were a part of helping this out. Adam Page touched on just about everybody he could. How long will Ospreay be out for? I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really surprised. I think that Joe getting hospitalized was almost unnecessary, but we'll see what the story tells. I don't know. Mega, I already got you. Looks the Coliseum. Looks like the Coliseum. Maybe on a little scale. I wonder if any of these people got rained on earlier like I did. I don't know. I'm dying for some rain. Fucking please rain. Jacksonville is all the way on the Georgia-Florida line, and Miami is at the bottom. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. What was the point of FTR beating the Outrunners again? I honestly, this is my honest opinion. I don't know. I'm not in the backstage. I don't know any of the people. I feel like that FTR Outrunners match came from belly aching. It felt like a last minute, fine, have one. The FTR being relegated to the pre-show, not in the title picture. Like, what's the point of being these big badass heels? What's the point of adding in, Bibbins to do nothing? KJ underestimates the size of the states in America. Maybe a little. I know Texas is huge and shit. But I come from a country that like it takes days. Like we're just full of fucking wilderness. So it takes forever. Like if I would still be in my province if I drove 9 hours, north, but I can get to Buffalo in 45 to an hour and a half. What's up, Adrian? How you doing? Might be odd, but I miss Danhausen. Clato, you might be the first person I said that about. But the Bucks are here and they got a. Where are they? It's raining where they are there, MDB. You brought up rain? Matt and Nick here, your former EVPs teaming up with two members of the Callis family. I'm shocked at how much we see Hechicero. How about y'all? But here comes Kyle Fletcher. So I will put a poll up. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Keep it coming. The chat is cooking tonight. I love to see it, folks. Let me know who you're taking. And I'm okay with this match, just so anybody knows out there. Again, this should just be a match for Kyle Fletcher to show everybody, again, how good he is. And the question will become, does Fletcher get another shot back? We'll see. Like, I mean, Fletcher wanted that shot. Don't know if there you go. Pulls up. Weakest moment to cash in. Cherokee George, is there more to that? Is that a question? Is that a statement? MJF will pick the weakest moment. Oh, okay, I got you. The opportunity to present itself. And as he should. I think that was, especially as they're still building him as a heel, I fully support, pick his moment. What up? What was the point? I got that one. How you doing? The Florida Keys are legit. I visualize now, Jose. I got you. I got keys coming from overseas. Great promo. Good, solid raw promo. Good, solid babyface promo. I got no problem with that. I got to be honest. Miami is closer to Mexico than Atlanta. Okay. With all his money, you think Tony could buy a clue or two? I think with all his money, wow, Fletcher running out the gate, stomping on that man's face. We are off and running. Outrunners are showstoppers, but a tag team belt winner, not for a while. But they need booked because the fans react to them. You need more Outrunners and less Daniel Garcia. You don't need Kyle O'Reilly. The fans are not reacting. Mark Briscoe, huge reactions. Outrunners, huge reactions. Hurt Syndicate, Swerve, Osprey. The guys that get a reaction. Osprey. I think I said him twice. I meant Fletcher. Fletcher gets boos. The wrestlers that get reactions should get booked. That's how this business should work. If the crowd sits on their hands when you're out there, you don't get to be on TV. What's up? Okada might be overpushed. Okada's overrated. I got no problem being on the record about Okada being completely and utterly overrated on this show. Even at All In, and people can try. Every match was amazing. Kenny Okada was not an amazing match. I know Meltzer's going to give it 5 stars if he hasn't already, but it wasn't. To me, 3 stars, 2.5 stars. Kenny got a little more out of Okada because of Kenny, but for my money, I don't even think it's a case of, and maybe it is, that Okada doesn't have the ability to put it in. I just physically think he can't do it. I think his heart might be in the right place, but it just feels like he's collecting a check. I think he's just mailing it in, but I don't know. But I didn't think it was a great match at All In. And again, just because it was on the card and the card ended up being a good show, I don't think that was. I think that match was exactly what I thought it was going to be. That was a great All In event. It was good. Arguably, it's between All In and Revolution for pay-per-view of the year for AEW for me right now. Taking one out of the WWE playbook here with the very extended member measurement contest of a video package highlighting the number of fireworks used. Yeah, I agree with you, hockey, to an extent, but it's kind of a thing now. Everybody wants to flex on how popular they are. How many clicks did they get? I find it interesting because you got to scale it. Now, let me check. 93. Who voted for Dorado? Which I said Dorada, which is whatever. It is Dorado. Straight up the QEW. That's it, sir. Let's go. There's been nights where we've been in one place, just been like, you guys want to go to Buff? Illinois takes like 6 to 7 hours to drive through. If I left here and went east, in 6 hours, I'd be in Montreal. If I went west, I'd be in fucking New York. If I went north, I'd be in the fucking woods. If I went south, I'd be in the water. Yeah, that sounds about right. What do we have over here? Former EVPs. Yo, former EVPs. From a limo to an Uber. Life changes. Life changes. So again, I'm very curious to see what the Bucks can do. I've been on the record of saying, you guys know, I've said a million times, I don't like the Bucks. I've been critical of the Bucks. The Bucks suck. Blah 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 blah. If the Bucks could just mature in their mentality and how they present themselves, they could get over. They could do more for this company. The problem is, I think there's a collective that are very immature. As adult men, they're very childish. What a difference. Yeah, they've been downgraded. They've been downgraded. Mark Briscoe reminds me of Raycomb from DBZ. You're on your own for that one. After he gets his teeth punched out. Okay. Bucks are here, and they really believe that they are still large and in charge. Well, I mean, again, it's all about presentation. And again, it's a visual, right? They had a big limo, customed out, whatever. Swerve crushes it. They get beat on the weekend, and now here we are, and they're pulling up in an Uber. They look ashamed. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Fletcher makes sense. Who voted for Lance or Lince? Fletcher versus Mascara. Prototype, absolutely. Kyle Fletcher's a star, guys. Kyle the Fletcher is a guy that you have to keep in this company and keep strong. He essentially becomes a homegrown talent because we've watched him mature and grow in this company. But this is a guy that at some point should be holding on to more belts than he has, be more involved in more important shit, get sick of at some point get sick of Don Callis, but he's growing. And this is a guy, I mean, he to me would be one of those core wrestlers that I would make sure is locked down, that the WWE never gets a sniff of this guy, because Kyle Fletcher has so much star potential. Well, Young Bucks suck. They do. And they got to prove me wrong. Kyle Fletcher should have a belt around his waist. I'll say this. I thought Fletcher was going to beat Page. So the fact that Dusty won, and I get it. It's a good moment. I congratulated the man. Dustin Rhodes, a Hall of Famer. Love the guy. I get it. But run it back. Like, run it back tonight. Run it back next week. Run it back. Give Fletcher that belt. And I will say this. I've said it a lot, but coming out of All In, who are the exciting champions? Now, Adam Page is a little exciting. I'm kind of intrigued. I'm kind of with it. Tony Storm's exciting for sure, though some people seem to be wavering on that. Okada's boring as shit. He's got 3 belts. The tag team, her business aren't boring per se, but they're not doing anything of interest. The TBS title, it is what it is. It's being held hostage. So that becomes the question. Do we get, like, I'd like a guy like Kyle Fletcher to have a mid-card belt, and he's a guy that defends the belt all the fucking time. Like, you see Kyle Fletcher 2-3 times a month in a barn burner of a match. As we come back from commercial break, and Dorado is on fire. And he got that. They're here now. All right, let me catch up to this chat. I'm so fucking wordy. $10 from Spaz. Watching 15 minutes behind. No idea when my chat will come up. Huge preview of Slammiversary coming off this week. Where y'all vid and pod. I've seen some of you in my comments. Love to see more AEW patio. LOL. Spaz, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well, sir. And big shout out to you. Go check out Spaz. Big supporter of the channel. And go give him some love. I love the fact that some of you folks have stopped by. Kyle Fletcher or Miles Bourne? Fletcher. I haven't seen enough of Bourne, though I think Bourne's got a world of potential as well. I think Fletcher's a little ahead of him on the curve. I could be wrong. Kyle the Fletcher, official. You know how we like to give names around here. Kyle the Fletcher. The Bucks need to be helping the tag team division right now. The AEW has to address 2 major things for me. I think they should get rid of the trios belts. I don't like them. I don't think they're relevant. I don't care. But I think they need to take some of the people that you call trios and make some tag teams out of them and your women's division. You can't just keep giving us minimal of the women and saying it's good enough. Oh, put 4 of them in the ring. That'll shut them up. That's not cool, bro. So much for TK's creation of hologram using all these other luchas. Yeah, it's interesting, but has anyone ever really cared about hologram? I think you'd be better off just being a dude that wrestles really good. I would love to check out Vancouver. Vancouver is fucking gorgeous. And I've driven from Vancouver to Seattle. Gorgeous, absolute gorgeous. But so is the East Coast. I highly recommend the East Coast. Oh, Mascara coming down. Pretty sure I've been calling the dude the wrong name for half the match. But shout out Spaz again. Thank you so much. Remember, super chats your way to guarantee that we click on your messages. Road is a funny word. Roads are weird. Roads. Cody Rhodes. I voted for Dorado, KJ. Okay. Jobson did. All right, fact. Let's go. Someone like Mr. Fuji as Kabuki Warriors manager would be amazing. That's interesting. Like who, though? I love TK running AW as fan instead of businessman because running a wrestling company as a business isn't working for the WWE. Josh, that couldn't be further from the truth. That is completely wrong. If you ask them, they're murdering it, and they are. Running it as a business has worked completely fine for them. That's why they are a worldwide power. They just signed with Netflix this year. They're in everything. They're everywhere. You know, Cody Rhodes giving out the belt at the MLB. Anybody that says the WWE isn't working or they're struggling is wrong. I'm sorry. It's factually incorrect. We get the torpedo into the middle turnbuckle. I told you this match was going to cook. But yeah, straight up, Josh, it's wrong. And Tony running this business like a fan has hurt Tony more than it's helped Tony. That's why we see guys like Garcia and Prototype with a big W. Let's go. And that's been the problem. If Tony Khan wasn't handling this business like a fan, you know, there'd be a lot of things that were different around here. So don't get it twisted, my guy. Okay. He didn't really say who he was yelling at, which is interesting. I think Dustin. Happy birthday, Anna J. Shout out. It is Dorado. Yes. Okay, so thank you. Shout out to my Canadian friends. I live 10 minutes from Sarnia and visit there often. Awesome. Sarnia is a cool place. About 6 hours from me. But yeah, awesome. But we go to the back with Renee trying to track down the EVPs or the former EVPs, and they're selling us hard. They're dragging their luggage in. They look a little disheveled. I love TK. No, that's anybody that tells you the WWE is not working well right now, they're lying. I'm sorry. It's like looking at the standings of any league and looking at the first place team and going, they're not doing well, but they're out in first. But I don't think they're doing well. I don't like them. They're in first place. Yeah, but they suck. Do they? Let's be real. Let's be fair. So now they got a shitty locker room. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. It still feels kind of silly and kiddie with these guys. So the EVPs get a closet. They get their name crossed out. And here is Ricochet and friends, which, by the way, Ricochet with the Gates of Agony work really well. I think this could be something if booked right. I love the Young Bucks. They're hilarious as fuck. Yeah, they're kitty as shit. Fletcher took Jack Perry's spot as the next young big heel in AEW. To an extent, yeah. Now Callis is talking to the Bucks. If the Bucks join the Callis family, I'm out. TK wanted Dustin to win the belt more. Yeah, I mean, and again, it's a beautiful moment, so I'm good with that. The odd part is you didn't have Dustin booked to win that belt to begin with. You know what I mean? So you have a really cool moment, but it only happened because Cole couldn't go. So it's funny. It's like, all right, to make up for not having Cole, let's have the Dustin moment. Maybe that was the plan. It's good for him though. KJ, you ought to think about putting the predictions championship on the line on a random AEW Dynamite. Sometimes freshens it up, not too often. It's a lot of work though, Michael. It's a lot of work. So I appreciate that, but I don't think people fully understand how much goes into all that we do here. So putting that title on the line on any given night, we could, but we want the pay-per-views to feel special. And the title will be on the line this Sunday, Slammiversary. That's all we can do. Tony Storm is exciting, but has become boiled chicken. Do you think that? How many out there are not loving Tony Storm at this point? I think she's all right. Why give a 56-year-old Dustin Rhodes a belt? Again, I think it's similar to, other moments we've seen. Like I kind of equate it to like the Matt Cardona title win, right? It's a really good vibe, a really good feel. You get the holy shit pop, but then you get that belt off them fast. The Hurt Syndicate storyline isn't moving at all. It's not doing anything. Like, that's the problem with the Hurt Syndicate right now is they're not involved in anything of substance. We would like to see some substance. What a match. I agree. Great promo start the show. Great match to follow it up. So far, so good for Dynamite. I'm a little concerned with the booking, but we'll see where we go with it. I never understood why we gave the title to Dustin Rhodes, not Kyle Fletcher. I think I've answered that. Speedy, JR fell again. And listen, I love good old JR. The man's a legend. But I think he's had such bad luck lately. He's had a couple falls. This isn't the first fall that was reported. I just don't. Who are his friends that keep reporting that he fell over? Why does he keep getting told on? Like, fuck. Why is this getting out to the dirt sheets? That's my business. You keep telling people I fall over all the fucking time. No, we know the battles that JR has gone through. The man's an absolute legend. For my money, probably the GOAT at commentary. And we wish him nothing but the best. The man, 2 battles with cancer, one in his leg, one in his colon. It wasn't that long ago that he had fallen over. And remember, he showed up and his face was all fucked up. I didn't mean it like that, but he was all bruised and not feeling well, and he didn't continue. I feel bad for the man, but the people around him, we got to protect JR. Stop letting his shit get out there. What's up with Goldberg? Oh, Jose, I'm on a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. I will take a second to remind everybody we're here all night long. We're back tomorrow for our previews and predictions for TNA Slammiversary. This one's going to cook. We're going to be here Sunday. Anthony's going to be here, and we can't wait. There's a lot on this card. We're going to break it down. We're going to give it. We're going to give you our picks, and we will be here at 8 p.m. on Thursday night. Friday, we're back for SmackDown. Sunday, we're here for the actual show. I think we go live at 6:30, if my memory serves me correct. It's been a crazy week, but yes, thank you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Triple digits in the chat. Go get friends. Everybody invite one person. Maybe we get to 200. But the channel's cooking. We appreciate all the love. But somebody that gets no love, and I'm surprised because almost universally out there, a lot of people, Dave LaGreca, other reporters, news coverage. As I got the Hurt Syndicate with MJF, Goldberg, for a big, tough, I'll fuck you up type of guy, spends a lot of time whining like a bitch. He's done nothing. If you go back through documentaries, if you go back through Monday Night War documentary, he is arrogant. He is full of himself. He believes he deserved the world. This man got famous on doing 3 moves. And I admit, once upon a time, He took the wrestling world by storm. I was never the biggest Goldberg fan, but every time you talk to him, everyone around him was an asshole. Kevin Nash is an asshole. Bret Hart's an asshole. This guy's an idiot. That guy doesn't know anything. He's always had this. Then he whines about not getting a final. Oh, it's ridiculous. I didn't get a match. Fine, here's your match. Oh, why didn't I have a bigger build? Why didn't I have a different opponent? Why wasn't it on a pay-per-view? Know why, Bill? Nobody wants to fucking see it. Nobody cares about you. Your matches were shit. Sorry, MDB, but his matches were shit. He was one of the only humans in decades to make Undertaker break character in ring, because the match with Undertaker was so bad in Saudi. He's dropped people on his head. He broke Little Nature's ribs. Ask Bret Hart how he feels about Goldberg. We all know. But Goldberg needs to go away. I don't want to see him. He is, like, even talking about his son. Like, his son's going to grow up with that toxic, just arrogance. Fuck this. Like, you are not as good. You should have been grateful. Does it suck that they cut off your goodbye message? A little bit it does. Did they intend to? I highly doubt it. But he's just so fucking arrogant. I don't give two fucks about Goldberg, and I'm glad he's retired. He didn't even say thank you to Gunther, who gave him in the longest match of his fucking career. That Gunther had to fucking put this guy on his back and carry him for 20 fucking minutes. He didn't even have the decency to thank the man. He is ungrateful, and he needs to stay away. He'll never be happy. He is that guy. He is the fucking moron that got mad and put his hand through a fucking car window and fucked up a complete storyline. He's always been like this. He's always been like it. Go back and find any interview with Goldberg. There's a lack of humility. There's a lack of graciousness. There's a lack of give a fuck. He thinks his shit don't stink. He thinks everyone around him is a fucking moron. And I don't care anymore about Goldberg. I didn't then. I don't now. He should be thanking his lucky fucking stars that they even gave him Saturday Night Main Event. He didn't even deserve that. By the way, here come the EVPs. I will put a poll up for this one as we are getting one of the all-star matches here tonight. Maybe I won't put it up. Did I delete it? Look, they got no pyro. They got no music. Matt and Nick. Oh, this is kind of funny. And we're just getting a replay of them losing. They're getting a replay of them getting out of their Uber. They're getting the generic. They're getting the basic. They're getting the no frills. I will ask, is this good or is this silly? I think it's actually making me chuckle. It's actually making me chuckle. Nick and Matt. Kid Revos. Tony's gimmick is tiring because it's over the top, but also she and Monet are the only two personalities that get mic time for the women in AEW. If she had foils, it would be okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I completely agree with you. If you have good heroes, you need good villains. If you have good villains, you need good heroes. And that's the problem with the Hurt Syndicate. Good. They want them to be heels, but they're not lining up any good baby faces to really push them. And Tony's a great example of Mercedes on the mic can't go toe to toe with her. So she does, like, the over the top shit, when you don't have the right response, feels silly. It feels like, oh, she's just crazy. But when you have somebody countering her, and I thought Mariah May, Blake Monroe, was the best at going back at her with that kind of same energy. So you got a very good point. I completely agree with that. Did I say enough about Goldberg? The punny Matt and Nick graphics is hilarious. We're off and oh no, it's a replay. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I didn't fill that in. Ah ha ha ha. Dun, dun, dun. Nine, so we need 10. But we are rolling, folks. Get in that chat. I will put a poll up in a second, but make sure you get in there. Let me know what you're feeling, who you taking in this one, as we are getting an all-star showdown. Brody King, Bandito, and Jet Ski, as I call them, are on the way to the ring. Fuck it. Fuck it. Bum, bum, bum. Back to the poll. Let's go. So we got Callis back on commentary. So that I don't know. How do we feel about this Buck stuff? No pyro, no visual, like just a replay of them losing, which I find funny because even if you suck, you don't get that. But they're not only are they no longer EVPs, they're just being treated like complete garbage. That to me is hilarious. Okay. Like I said, if they can just kind of be all right with it, I'm gonna go Team Bucks. Team Bandito. Whoo! Team Bandito for the win. Let's go. So, what is Brody King supposed to be now? He's naked with a ski mask and a puffer jacket in the middle of summer. He is it's a good question. It's a good question. He's a big dude with tattoos who's a fan of Fred Durst. Bandito, right? LOL. Team good guys. Let's go. Why can't TK just book singles matches? I want more. Like, this is where the best wrestle? Give me more matches like the opening match. One-on-one, 90% of the match in the ring, and it killed. It delivered. Correct me if I'm wrong. The opening match tonight was a solid wrestling match. We need more of that. These 8-man all-stars. Everybody in this fucking company is an all-star. It's like a participation fucking medal. What's up, Devin? Bendy. Well, I tried between Excalibur and Young Bucks. I just can't get. I think it's Excalibur's birthday today. I'm not sure how old he turns, but his mask is officially 52 years old. Y'all can figure it out. I'm pretty sure Masha Slapaho will overpower JC at Slammiversary. I thought that up until last night, and I still think that. I said they were going to feed JC to Masha. I really did think that was going to be the case. My only hesitation is the rules of wrestling tell us the way NXT went last night, Masha might be in a little bit of trouble. Paige should come back to AEW. Well, but lots to talk about that, Michael. Lots to talk about that. We'll figure out if she wants to. Jet Speed, Brody King, and Bandito for the win. We're looking at 73% for Team Good Guys. They should have gave the Young Bucks Gilbert entry. Yeah, right? Sparklers, like they do like the fucking shitty ones. That would have been good. I know the critics out there, some of the traditionalists, some of the guys, some of the podcasters that are very hard on AEW are going to talk about how, like, well, it's one thing to not be EVPs anymore, but it's another thing to punish them. But nonetheless, I think it made me laugh. So they get, I don't give a shit. They got a reaction out of me, so they did what they were supposed to do. But Jet Ski in control right now. Speedball. Night up and over down on the box. The Hurt Syndicate do have foils. Shane Taylor promotion. If booked right, there could be money. Michael, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you on that one. I'm a huge fan of STP, and I really think they could do more. Shane, if you give Shane the mic, like near the end of Ring of Honor, Shane carried Ring of Honor on his back in a lot of ways. They could do a lot with Shane Taylor. And I actually think you go the other way. If you bring Shane in and his crew and their heels, and the fans are allowed to get into more of we hurt people and they get jazzed about it. But then you have like Shane Taylor's promotions. actually fucking them up and getting heat, I think that's the money right there. Monet is overrated. This is an ongoing debate. An ongoing debate. Is she overrated? I think she's terrible on the mic. I think her overall persona, I love that move, by the way. The springboard, the stomp springboard, powerbomb combo, and then up and over. My only issue with the Bucks is they do the same shit every match. It's like watching a replay. The punny, Matt, Nick Jack. Yeah, no, that's really fucking good. The ring announcement was kind of funny. I chuckled. Yeah, just everything's half-assed, right? Like, it's too funny. Kind of mid. Fair enough. The Bucks deserve the hate. They do. After all this time, it might actually work. A little bit of the column A, a little bit of column B. Yeah, it's almost like the writing on the door with the marker, like this is this closet's your dressing room. Maybe a little too campy, but I kind of popped at they do their pose and they don't get pyro. I kind of like that. It kind of made me laugh. So far, I'm pleasantly happy with Dynamite as we go into picture in picture. Josh Alexander, who deserves so much better, is in control of Kevin Knight. Yeah, I don't care. Goldberg is the most self-entitled, selfish wrestler ever. He gives absolutely zero fucks about the business. And that's the problem. You can give zero fucks. I'm fine with that. Like a lot of people talked about for years how Brock Lesnar was never really one of the boys. Like he showed up, did his job, fucking left, didn't really care about the business, wanted his paycheck. But at least when he came in, he did his fucking job. Goldberg should be grateful that he even got over with his lack of skill, his lack of ability, right? And then you go through the list of people that he's fucked up. Bret Hart's still crying about the injuries that Goldberg gave him. He fucking broke Little Flair's ribs. The Young Sucks broke. I mean, pyro would have been hard to pull off. And actually, good point and a good excuse not to do it. There's a rumor Mai has who? No pyro, love it. Who won first? Kyle Fletcher. Goldberg's retirement match should have been in AEW or TBS and TNT, where it all started. Missed opportunity. Yeah, I mean, Tony loves those big moments, right? Here's the problem. How the fuck do you sign and book Goldberg in AEW? If Tony Khan thought CM Punk was terrifying, how do you think he's going to think of Bill Goldberg? Let's be real, right? Bill Goldberg wants what he wants, demands what he wants. Again, it doesn't matter. You could have given him a 2-hour window. You could have given him a whole show to himself, and he still would have bitched that the lighting wasn't right or not enough. Like, again, it doesn't matter. Nobody was clamoring for this. And again, I think Tony phoned him up. I heard you were mad about WWE. Let's run it back. And I think who do you book Bill Goldberg against that he doesn't murder? Legitimately. Goldberg's all elite. Goldberg is too much. Yeah, absolutely. This match is making me sleepy. This match is making me sleepy, or it's taking my interest away, Mega, because we've seen it. We've been down here. It's a meaningless all-star. That's all there is to it. So now Cal is very complimentary of the Bucks here tonight. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Setting up they went to call for the EVP trigger, and now they're confused. The crowd's booing. How about the Matt and Nick trigger? They can't do their move because they don't know what to say. That's a little. Kevin Knight hits the Goldberg's all elite. Kevin Knight hits the double drop kick. Speedball to the top. Oh, that was a little sloppy. Big kick. Foot caught by Matt. And then we get the rapid kicks. I hate those. I think they look like shit almost 90% of the time. Nice axe kick, though. Big kick to the chest. Goldberg sounds like watches all of his old matches while everybody is asleep at home. He can't get over himself. He can't. He's like fucking Uncle Rico. Well, if they just would have put me in, I would have been bigger. A backseat in catering with someone pushing the Bucks away. Hey, it's not. Yeah, absolutely. They're standing in the line bitching about waiting for the food. A Bucks match gives me time to make some popcorn. It's just a lot of rinse and repeat. I mean, these all-star matches are fun, but I lose interest because I'm not invested in any of it. Young Bucks locker room is the broom closet. I'm hopeful again. Fuck. Other than Hangman and MJF taking segment, MJF talking segment, the show has been lame so far. You got to give credit to the opening match was a really good match. The backflip knees. That's filthy. That's dirty, says Don Callis. That's not in his fucking dialect. What is he doing? That's not part of his vernacular. As Hechicero and Josh Alexander double teaming Big Brody King. This whole Young Bucks thing is very funny. It's getting there. I admit it. I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of getting a crack out of it. This is comedy. The funny is fun. This is funny and dumb. Yes. The MNN trigger. MNN trigger. They're confused on how to do their special since they're no longer. Yeah, exactly. That's stupid. Ain't it just the V trigger? Yeah, it is. Again, it's campy stupid. So when you see fans out there kind of getting mad about like an R-Truth or, you know, something like comedic like El Grande, well, now you're kind of losing that because you got your Bucks who for day one, they always tend to be silly and childish. This is kind of comical, and I got to give credit where it's due. It's at least made me laugh. Wrestling is back on top. Byron, in all due respect, it's been back, bro. This is nothing new. This has been cooking for a while, my guy. All-star tags need all-stars that in them. Facts. You can't call everybody on your roster an all-star. Like, what makes Hickory Sticko a fucking all-star in this company? And if everybody's an all-star, who are the best people? Who are we supposed to pay attention to? As this match has come to a bit of a stall, as we set up the next stunt. All right, backflip, phenomenal forearm combo. Again, it's just a series of moves where guys are standing around. I got a big issue with that. Oh, that almost killed Bandito. A Spanish fly side slam. That looked fucking. But Benito, and they're not throwing punches. They're just literally in their spot waiting for their cue. Like they're fucking part of the cast of Lion King on Broadway. Oh, is it my turn to jump and do flips? Ah, here we go. At least Naomi and TNA was putting on some bangers with the Knockouts division. Yes. Not sure what that's in response to. Not intrigued by this match, not at all. Oh, I think Mercedes Moné is overrated. She has done nothing but coast off the WWE fame since she has left. No notable feuds, minimal outstanding moments, boring. Some people say that she's recreating history, bro. Some people will tell you she's the best woman that ever did it. And again, the only Bandito's got, I think, Nick up. Matt. Go to sleep. Oh, it was Nick. I was right the first time. Silly string. Josh cuts him off. And we get a Meltzer driver. Nice play. Hechicero. That was cool. I don't even know what the fuck to call that. But it ended with a pair of super kicks. Everybody's in the ring. What just happened? Even the people in the building don't know what happened. Hechicero choked out Bandito. Hey, now, you're an all-star. What the fuck? Coming up next, the Rated R superstar, Adam Copeland. Let's go. This is funny and dumb. Why don't you just ask the Atlanta Falcons why Bill Goldberg is not in their Ring of Honor? The Falcons did not retire numbers. Instead, they induct former players into their own Ring of Honor. That's a great point. A great question. I just think the guy's an asshole. Period. He's an absolute asshole. Josh Alexander should have a singles wrestler, not in a faction. You're right. In my humble opinion, and maybe because he's Canadian and I got bias, Josh Alexander is one of the best pure wrestlers in the entire industry. I was excited when he became a free agent, and I just don't think AEW has worked for him. I didn't think it was a good fit prior to him going there. Him being in the Cows family doesn't work. Him eating L's all over the place doesn't work. I have a big issue with the treatment of Josh Alexander. He's happy. I never throw shade at somebody that makes a decision they feels best for them. As a Josh Alexander fan, super sad that he's here doing this shit. That ending was convoluted as fuck. There was so many people in the ring, you couldn't see from the hard cam what the ending was. This match looked like a demolition derby with a blind. I think the headgear is holding Josh Alexander back. Jose, that's so silly. He has to wear the headgear. You lose his ear, man. He's protecting that ear. He really is. Adam Copeland's coming up next, folks. We are on a commercial break. I will take a second to remind you, we're here all week long. We got all your favorite wrestling. We got all your favorite shows. And real quick, I haven't done this in a while, and I said that last time I did it. Here's a word from our sponsor. There we go, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. Go get your swag. Go get your stuff. Go get your merch. We got tank tops. We got hoodies. We got all the things you could want, including t-shirts. Great quality tees. You've seen them us wear them on the show. The merch store is getting revamped as soon as I get a fucking chance. I promise I'm going to fix it up. But lots there. Lots there. You can get our logo in multiple colors. You can get your F. Dave Meltzer shirts if you really don't like Meltzer. All those shirts, all the money goes to the Literacy Foundation of America, as we don't want the money from that, but you can help two causes all at once from that. But we got lots. But here comes Adam Copeland. Still have an issue with Cope running out and doing his full entrance while he was trying to save somebody. That's not good. People are giving Penta a hard time about it. At least he was heading in the right direction while he was doing his strut. What's up, Timmy? Zero excitement for Copeland. What can he really bring to a retirement match? Well, everyone's getting jazzed because this is where I think it's going, Frankie. Cope, Christian, they reunite, they feel good, and it's Edge, Christian, FTR, Toronto, all out. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Josh is sadly just another guy. Facts. No cauliflower ear on Josh. Yeah, exactly. No, but Josh, for those who don't know, Josh did have a really bad ear injury early on. And so that's why he started wearing it to kind of prevent further damage, right? I think the headgear. Yeah, I got that one. Dun, 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 dun. How we doing, folks? How we doing? You think you know me? We thought we knew you. Good news is he's running. He's still jogging. So that broken leg seems to be doing just fine. Does Gangrel come back too? Right? Gangrel, I love Gangrel. But last time I saw Gangrel on this show, He's not moving as limber as he used to. He might have to borrow that cane from MVP. I hate the name Cope. It's stupid. But the crowd, all 1,100 strong, are singing along a cappella. KJ, I don't know about you, but do TK like Bandito? He treating him like, I think they're setting up Hechicero versus Bandito, I guess. They seem to like him, but he keeps getting hurt. He keeps getting bumped. And you know what we haven't talked about? And it just made me think of it. I don't know why. Jefferson, nobody mentioned the fact that Chris Jericho was MIA all the way through All In. I'm surprised. On this day, I've always been a fan of Adam Copeland. I was a fan of Adam Copeland, Toronto guy. I thought the Rated R Superstar was good. I love the stuff. Like when he had Lita and they were just fucking over the top ridiculous. But yeah, I think if anything, Edge should. I think his contract's actually, is it Edge's contract that might be up at the end of this year, late 2025? I could be wrong. Go back to the dub and have a retirement match, sign a Legends contract. Edge. The crowd is kind of quiet for Edge. They were singing, man. Richard, maybe I'm wrong, but it felt like they were singing. The sing-along continues. Yes. You just made the list. But yeah, Adam Copeland cutting a promo, talking about his life being miserable, talking about Christian Cage. Very interesting, very interesting. He's giving us a bit of a history lesson here. Does that say Rated R Legend on his shirt? The t-shirt's kind of cool. How are you feeling about it, folks? Are you a fan of Edge? Are you a fan of Copeland? Are you, is this a guy that could maybe move on at this point? Who do you think goes back to WWE first, Chris Jericho or Adam Copeland? I don't know about Jericho. I think Jericho is AEW for life. I think he's locked in. I think he'll milk every penny he can out of Tony Khan. And I don't believe that Triple H and company would be very welcoming to Chris Jericho. Adam Copeland seems more likely to return, if anybody. He's an asshole. Facts. Simply an asshole. Not Cope. Goldberg. Just took a quick look. You have a serious amount of merch. I might have to get a loan from the bank to do some shopping. Go get it. Go get it, Klaatu. We got lots. We got lots. Hats, mugs, and good quality. I got a green one. I got a red one. I know Nick has his F. Meltzer shirt. I have my Jarrah Hogan shirt. But yeah, we're working on some new designs. We got to revamp. We got to bring out the 2025 Brunch with the Boys tour shirts. We got more coming your way. It's just a matter of minutes. Trips won't bring Jericho back. I don't think so. And if he did come back, it would be like on their terms, right? Why save Cage? Makes no sense if not for a cheap pop. The thing is, you saved him from like minimal danger. Like, it's not like, oh my God, he's here to save Christian. Like, the turn was so quick and then the save was right there. That's what I didn't like about it. It wasn't really built to that moment. Didn't feel super special. But I will say that their long-standing history, their long-standing relationship, the crowd's got a little quiet on Cope as Cope went to some acting lessons and started over monologuing. You remember him in Judgment Day. He loves a good monologue. I was a fan of Edge, really cared for Cope, just an awful name. Yeah, I don't care for Cope as a name. What's up, AD and AZ? Cope wants FTR. Yeah, he does. Where is Ringsider Anthony's reaction from Naomi? Yeah, if you go to our links below, there's definitely Anthony has all types of reaction videos of Naomi, and I do believe we have a reel up. And you don't see Anthony, but you hear Anthony. Anthony losing his shit. There is no list. The list is gone. Ding dong, the list is dead. What's up, Aaron? I wish MJF would stop acting like a clown and be serious. I agree. Oh, Cope getting fired up. Nobody reacted to that. I could see Jericho coming back for the Hall of Fame and last match. Listen, the truth is Jericho is a Hall of Famer. I don't know though. Like I feel like that ship almost sailed. He's been so egotistical. Like to me, it would be up there with like, nah, probably not. He's a little more humble than that. And I know I give him shit, but I feel like the AEW effect on Chris Jericho really ruined my view of Chris Jericho. Like the guy that I used to listen to Jericho's podcast all the time, loved it, and I loved hearing the guys come in. As FTR's here, I would love to hear the guys come in and talk about what their experience was. Guys like FTR sharing what Vince will put them through. But then Jericho, oh, it's not FTR. It's Bibbins and security. I know. For those who don't know, Stokely Hathaway is Bibbins to me and will always be Bibbins to me. This is a decent storyline. It's a decent storyline. The only catch here now is you're setting up FTR, Cope, Christian, but you still have to answer. Like you got to remember, Christian was the patriarch, or is running the patriarch, and they have to atone for turning on them, don't they? But it's almost like Nick Wayne, Gibbs, and Mama Wayne, we're just going to look past them because they're not a big deal. So even though they turned on Christian, nobody cares. As the crowd chants, "Shut the fuck up!" Anthony jacked the ATL ambulance after the PLE. Fucking hell. We were worried about him. We were worried. We had him on watch. The man was out there having palpitations. Hashtag it. He's an assolio. What's up, Tony? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're well, sir. If you do best moments in 2025, KJ Naomi's cash in has to be on it, either you and Nick's version or all both combined. Definitely one of the biggest moments of 2025. Speaking of biggest moments, next Thursday, our midlifeies, our half-year awards. They're a little delayed this year, but the first 6 months, we're going to talk about who was the best or worst in the first 6 months of wrestling, not counting what's happened in July, January to the end of June. Some of the polls are up. There will be more polls tomorrow. Go to our post section after the show. Get your votes in. Tell that to the fans. I mean, those ones are weird, Bash, because it's like the yeah chants or the yeets. I mean, the fans are going to do what the fans do. They paid the money. They want to tell them to shut the fuck up. Fine. Again, wrestling fans can be a little bit repetitive, but c'est la vie. I mean, we still get the what chance. I don't know how they do FTR and the patriarchy feud at the same. That's what the issue is here, Richard. The storytelling is a little bit off, right? Like, are you mad at? Do you get revenge and then go after FTR? Well, then the patriarchy should be out here now, not Bibbins, right? So that's, I think, a fair assessment. Yeah, even the crowd seems like they're losing their luster. I love them. There you go. See, different strokes for different folks. I don't care about this. I'm more interested in the predictions tomorrow. Rick, I'm looking forward to the predictions tomorrow. We're going to have a good chat about it. It shall be interesting. I'm very much looking forward to Slammiversary, even before all this partnership. And I know you're going to see some podcasters that are covering TNA for the first time or barely ever cover TNA. We've always had our hand in TNA. We might have backed off of the weekly coverage, but we've always, then we transitioned to Anthony doing the weekly reviews. We've always had an interest, and we always covered their pay-per-views. They do extremely good pay-per-views. Slammiversary is their big one. And Silva, the guy running TNA, I know there was a lot of concerns when Scott D'Amore moved on. Silva seems very motivated to make this company good. As Cope takes out 2 security guards. Security runs away. Bibbin's going to eat a spear. You effed up. We got a huge spear. Bibbins takes it like a champ. What kind of nonsense is this? It's just very, it's trying to be intense, but we're not there. We're not into it the way the intensity, they want us to follow, like Copeland's talking about, you took 4 months out of my career and da-da. But it doesn't hit because we're not that invested. And there's too many moving parts. No Christian tonight, no FTR tonight, no Patriarch tonight. So it's a little bit confusing. Let's be honest, KJ. Jose, we always try. Besides this stream and maybe a couple of other ones, most wrestling fans aren't clever enough to come up with a good chant. It's not wrong. I mean, some of the international crowds really got chants figured out. But we go to Mark Briscoe in the back. Nice pop for Mark Briscoe, though. Nickonomics defending his Wings title this month. Coming soon. Not this month. Or we did one in July, so check us out in August. I'm trying to remember what I planned. So many questions. No, let me see. I'll let you know. Stop changing shit. They got to keep using Mark. They really do. I think we're hoping. We'll see. It could be the early August, but we'll talk about it. We'll see. We also might do. We were trying to bring back Court. We owe everybody a members only. We hit a goal on the weekend, so we thank you for that. But yeah, stay tuned. The Wing of the Ring's coming back as always does. We want to do another Court coming up. We haven't done Court in a while, so there's some other original content we need to get to. But as we said, we've had one day off in July so far because there's been so much wrestling. Oompa loompa. Bivens thinks he's Heyman. Bivens is good, and Bivens could do good things, but he's not Heyman. Because of the orange? That's jokes. This is a lot of talkie-talkie for a spear. Michael, thank you so much for your kind words, sir. We appreciate it. Did I ever take that? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. So we go back to the ring. We're getting an entrance. I feel like the Fatal 4-Way is going to be next. Yeah. Bye, here comes Tekla. I can't lie. I have no idea. Didn't hear one word what Stokely was saying. Terrible segment. Rants, I appreciate it, man. And again, I think it's for me. I start. You always know if I'm staring at the TV and I'm kind of focused in, but when I'm not, I'm talking to you guys a whole lot more because, yeah, like he gave his whole speech about Christian. Maybe just leave it there and then walk off and make people talk about it. Having Bibbins come out again, you still have to atone for the patriarchy and what they did. So I don't know. Only Mark here. Okay, Mark here. What's up, Rick? Oh, Briscoe. I thought you were. Yeah, we're all Marks here. That's why we're here. Aminata coming out. All right, I will put a poll up for this one. How you taking? Who you taking? The winner gets $100,000 for no fucking reason. Now, Thekla and Queen, like, I feel like Queen Aminata has become a bit of a gatekeeper for Tony Khan. As he seems to, if he brings in a new talent, they kind of start out with Queen Aminata. She's a very talented woman. I think if booked well, she could be more prevalent, more, her talents could be a lot more on display. Now we got Stat, who again is having an identity crisis. Chris Statlander's had more turns than Big Show. I don't know what's going on there. And everybody's favorite babyface, Willow. Willow should be a merch monster. We love Willow. Edge can use that song because his friends in the band and asked if he can use it. And of course, they said yes, 100%. Edge has been on the record. Wherever Edge goes, that song goes, and they are friends. Metalingus They're all buddies, so we're good. I mean, yeah, you know. Looks like Briscoe in a jail cell. I like the background. He was just in the hallway, but I love Briscoe. Briscoe is the only person who doesn't look out of place in the in the bowels of the building. All right, folks, we get the ding ding, and we're off and running. Now we got Staten Tekla. Willow just rolls out on it, like, and again, you're watching Queen Aminata as well. Just they take one punch, they roll out, and they go lean on. Like, I hate it. I hate it. We saw this in the gauntlet matches on the weekend. And anybody that says those gauntlet matches were amazing, I disagree. They were okay, but there were more people laying around doing fuck and all. I don't know why more than two people can't do shit. Right? We just had a tag match where there was so many people in the ring you couldn't even see the finish. But then we do these fatal four-ways or these gauntlets, and it's like two at a time. And you legit see the wrestlers taking a knee. It's a bad look. Briscoe said, bitch line. Yeah, there you go. Them boys. The OGs, one of the best. 2 matches. An hour and 20 in, we've had 2 matches. KJ, what if we get Spaz on stream, British Nick and Big Nick? Kyle, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. You're going to see British Nick again. I want to get British Nick out for the Wing Show. I know Spaz out there doing his thing, but it's time and place. But I don't know if I could handle British Nick and Big Nick at the same time, because they legit are like just international versions of each other. That would be like a stream where they just, welcome to the talking stream. And I mean that lovingly. 200K match. Here we go. Is it 200K? I thought it was 100K. But why? Has anyone ever explained why they do this? Has commentary ever said this is a special match? Like, I would be mad if I was on the card and I win my match and I don't get a bonus. British Nick Brick. He's a brick house. Tekla for the win. Let's see what the votes are saying. Tekla 29. Aminata 18. Stat 24. And Willow 29. That's a pretty good split, folks. There you go. Let's go. And again, this is our one women's match of the night. We're going to get a Tony Storm segment. But because you only do one women's segment a week, you shove them all in these fucking... Go look through the call-outs. Go look through the last 6, 7, 8 shows for AEW. There's just way too many fatal four-ways. To me, it's complacent. It's lazy, and it's not allowing any of the women to get over. That's innovative. Damn. What's up, Bradley? How you doing, buddy? The giver of gifts in the house. Stat for the win. TK, what is Tekla's character? She is a spider. Why? What happened to her vignettes in pro wrestling? Only WWE does it. Again, oh, nice crossbody by Tekla. You got to remember, Tekla came in. She was supposed to fight Hayter. They botched, a production botch, missed her first ever moment on the show where she was supposed to take out Hayter. By the time the camera caught it, Hayter was already down. They missed it. Wasn't done well. Then she's been in a couple decent matches with Aminata and in fatal four-ways and multiple burns. Like, you can't focus on her. Tekla equals midget, so he starts. All right. Money matches are lazy booking. All-star matches, money matches, and for my money, trios matches. I missed it. Why is it for, again, random? We've done this several times in the last couple months. Randomly, this match gets money. Why? Are you not paying them, Tony? I thought these people were getting paid well. I thought they were getting paid like way more than the Fed. Why do they need bonus money? Which nobody complains about bonus money, but why? The women don't have a strong storyline or feud right now. This is what has happened with Mercedes and to a lesser extent, Tony Storm. Because Tony is so focused on those two women, They have all but decimated AEW's women division. And I see it all the time online where people talk about, oh, nobody can touch. If you don't understand how good the AEW women's division is, you just don't get it. I don't care how good the roster is if they're not being booked. That's great. Right? You got a nice Corvette, but it's on blocks in your garage, means fuck and all. Sorry, it means nothing. Wow, the AEW, they sold 1.1 to AEW fans came out in full force. All right. Remember I said I asked some questions? Cough Max. AEW fans got to stop referencing Max. The Max thing is a fallacy. But hey, a lot of people engaging. Let's go. They sold 1.1. How much the venue fits? Yeah, but again, here, let me ask you guys a question. So a couple people on my X or on the channel's X, sorry, has said, well, they sold out tonight. That's a big deal. Is it like, being that we used to watch this company pack places like the United Center, how do you feel about it? Like, is selling out tonight a big deal? I mean, it's a good feeling. It'd be worse if they didn't sell out. But to kind of brag like we sold out when NXT didn't, to me seems fucked up. And all I keep trying to like help with the AEW fans is you guys keep flexing on the third brand. I'm not even calling it the developmental brand. You keep flexing on the third brand. I don't understand why. maybe. Do a Wrestling for Life live. Tekla and Megan Bain cannot cut promos. You not gonna rise if you don't speak. That's true. And we haven't. Megan Bain to me has been very disappointing. Big elbow from Tekla. Queen Aminata up. That looks so bad. She brings her back in. Tekla rises up, but that looks so bad. I'm telling you, bro. It's on the fucking vision board. Trust me. AEW better. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you're flexing of like, well, we sold out. I get it that you sold out, but does that mean you're like fucking, you're really, what are you really accomplishing? Like, is it a brag when you started a certain way, right? Like if a batter was, if you were batting 800 last season, but this year you're only batting 650 and you haven't, but you're still doing less. No matter like, I'm doing as good as I can. Megan Bain, if Megan Bain is Megan Bain a replacement for Camille? Not really, because Camille was set up with the Mercedes stuff and that went to shit. See, this was my fear. And I'll put it to you guys like this. And I know, again, I wish the people that get tough and brave on their keyboards show up on these streams and talk. I would challenge anybody to come on the stream and debate it. Here's the thing. As we're getting a standing, like, oh no, some people are standing. We got like a half standing ovation. All 4 women down. AEW chants break out. We all saw, and we can talk about Saturday main event, whether it was good or bad. It was my least favorite show of the weekend. Evolution cooks and actually steals the weekend for me. And then Raw was phenomenal. You come off those pay-per-views and you murder with Raw. And by Tuesday, nobody was talking about AEW. Nobody was talking about Hangman Page, unless you were in that bubble. That's facts. I don't feel like Tony Khan, like, what has Tony Khan accomplished here today? And the fans are going to run out and talk about how amazing this show is. But, yeah. I don't get it. She gets the bomb. Willow gets a 2 count. Yeah, now they're talking about, oh, we might have lost our money. But yeah, let me know out there. How do you see this? Like, is it a brag? Like, are you still accomplishing what you set out to accomplish? Oh, wait, Julia Hart's here. Why? What is happening? Megan's booking's been terrible. 1100 is not Bray. Bash, a brag. Yeah, it's tough. You and Nick remind me of sports podcasts but for wrestling, it's right up my alley. Jose, that's why we do what we do. We always just wanted to be the group as Queen Aminata gets misted. So Thekla and Julia Hart and Sky. Oh, there you go. We got the creepy girls all working together. Thekla, Sky Blue, who hasn't done shit since returning, and Julia Hart. Interesting. How do you feel? How do you feel, folks? All these kindness to me was the best. All these kindness to me was the best show. But I liked Evolution 2. I actually love Evolution. It came pretty close. Both can be great. KJ, do you think ECW could work today? Yes, it could. I actually think what they should do is go, hey, Paul, you get to pick X amount of talent that we're not really using or that we're on the verge of, that are kind of on the cusp, and you get a Netflix ECW one night a week. Be hilarious if it was Wednesdays. But that's what I think you would do, what I would do. Paul, there you go. It's all yours, buddy. Your dream has come true. Give us ECW. I mean, if you see the stuff we're doing on AEW, you'd have no problem running back ECW properly, not WWE's version of it. I guess a new 3-1 faction. Yes. 1 and 2, 2 and 1. Queen Aminata. Thekla needed help to win. I guess she did. Sky Blue, Jesus Christ. Higoshi Nomuki Connected Universe. I probably botched all of that. I kind of think it's because it's the second company. No other company has the highest numbers. That's not WWE. That doesn't mean that they're better than WWE. You're as good as WWE. I think I know what you're saying here, and I get it. And I'm not trying to say, like, are we comparing them? I'm comparing AEW to AEW, right? That's what I'm questioning. AEW used to pack buildings. Now they're bragging about selling out 1,100. AEW fans talk about TNA like it's garbage. Oh, TNA is a joke. Blah, blah, blah. Well, TNA just opened up more seats. They're going to do over 4,000 for Slammiversary, maybe over 5,000. I mean, that's interesting, right? You're doing 1,100. You're the number 2 brand. I'm not in the business of, well, they got to do what WWE does. I'm very aware they can't do what WWE does. I think what turns people off isn't AEW. It's the AEW tribalists that find a negative spin to everything that happens outside of that company and then try and put, they try and put fucking, they try and dress up a turd and make it pretty. It's still a fucking turd. So, I mean, there's things like, if WWE was doing the biggest show of their year and it was half full, the stadium was half full, people would criticize them. AEW fans brag like they just had the biggest flex ever, but half that stadium was empty. And I don't want to take away from AEW. I'm a fan from day one. The first thing AEW fans do, and I'm actually reading it right now. Clearly, you're not watching. I'm watching all of it. I never stop watching. Fuck, that's all I fucking do. But I need them to understand. And I think this is a horrible fucking show coming off this major pay-per-view. So you have all these fans out there flexing. Oh, All In killed it. They crushed WWE. Whether that's true or not, fine. But now we're here the follow-up is lackluster. There's not enough for me to get mad about. There's not enough for me to get happy about. It's just happening. Another series. There's no story being built. Another series of just Yahtzee matches. Just scrambled eggs. Fuck it. Okay, then. KJ, pick one wrestler to start ECW around. I picked Kevin Owens, obviously. That's a good pick. You kind of took my pick. Did she just say what? Did she say something about a slut? Something's itchy. It's Tony Storm looking great. Why? AECW, right? Who would I start ECW around? Right now, big pops. Tony's getting some of the biggest pops of the night, folks. I personally see tribalism in every program. That's the problem. No, and it's not a problem. Like, there's tribalism in sports. There's tribalism in wrestling. There's tribalism in music. There's tribalism in just about everything. But the problem is, and what we try and do in the WFU is bring everybody together. It's toxic. You know, nobody should be told to die or go fuck themselves. Like, again, if you can respectively have a conversation. I gave a shout out to a guy tonight just because he engaged. He gave me his take. He talked about the fact that, you know, CW's on free TV opposed to TBS, TNT. Fine. Again, do I feel like at times the goalposts get moved? Do I find guys like Meltzer try and put a slant on things? For sure. Again, I don't mind the tribalism, but being blind, like you're a lot of people are tribalistic about their favorite team. You don't watch your favorite team lose a game and then go out and tell everybody you won. That's not how it works. But yes, even going into this weekend, we talked about it a lot. We can enjoy all this wrestling. We're spoiled as wrestling fans. And you go on Twitter, you go on X, and you would think that wrestling's terrible, that everything sucks. The WWE sucks, AEW sucks, this sucks, that sucks. You got fucking grown men arguing and threatening to slap each other with pizza. It's crazy. Luther was injured, by the way. Someone interrupt someone. The milkshake fans are the worst. I like that. Milkshake fans, eh? Do they bring all the boys to the yard? What's happening? Tony already cooking on this. She's great. I hate tribalism myself, so I'm with you on that. 100%. Like, that's my issue is like, you know, I try and ask questions. I get mad about shit on both companies. But I don't know why I have to be forced to go All In was way better. I think ultimately Evolution stole the show, stole the weekend. I think the difference for me between All In and Evolution is that All In had more matches I didn't care about. And people are trying to convince me, oh, there wasn't a bad match. There were some really bad matches. And there was a couple matches that even the fans in the building didn't care about. So I just want to have an open discussion about the facts, the what the really is happening. And this idea, these absolutes that the wrestling fans live in are just a waste of time. Like, oh, if you don't like this, then you're a moron. That's not fair. That's not true. Again, both, you can like both. You can like multiples. You don't have to. If you only like AEW, you're allowed. But just because you only like AEW doesn't mean it's, again, if you only like hip hop, and then you feel like, oh, well, every other type of music is shit. Well, that's not right. Oh, okay. Athena and Billy. I am the American Joshi. Single crazy females unite. Yes, I like that. Can we call them that? Single crazy females? So the two biggest stars in the match, Willow and Stat, just left the ring and said, fuck it, and didn't return to the match. I agree, Wrestle Rants. Got to make it make sense. Tony Storm is the best character in AEW. Absolutely. Chin up and titties out. This show is lame coming off. Be honest, folks. If you're watching right now, to me as an AEW fan, this is so disappointing coming off All In. And if we want to compare the two companies, if we got to play that game, WWE Raw did way better than Dynamite at solidifying what they accomplished on the weekend. And again, what is the argument from Tony Khan? We put on mediocre shows, but our pay-per-views are great. I don't know, as a fan, that's what I want. Big Tony chance. We got Athena reminding her she won it. It's the vodka. I like it. Scott. How you doing, buddy? This sounds like a drunk promo. It's funny because I thought she was drunk at the media scrum. Haters just gotta hate, and it makes no sense. Again, some people wake up miserable, and you see it. You certain accounts on X, I've started to kind of vet some of them because they just wake up, and I don't know if they read their own timeline, but their whole timeline is bitch, 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 complain, bitch, 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 complain, bitch, 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 complain. The fuck you doing? Nothing good? Nothing's good? Nothing makes you happy? Nothing makes you smile? You mad about everything? The ones that kill me are like, this sucks, that sucks, this sucks, that sucks, this sucks. I love Moxley. This sucks, that sucks, this sucks, that sucks. Please feel free to enjoy whatever you want. But when you tear people up for liking something you don't, yeah, that's the issue, right? It's like this, whoa, Mama Wayne. Sorry, folks. There's two tits on the screen. And that's Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. It'd actually be smaller. Numbers is social media don't always equal engagement. Oh, not at all. These numbers are a scam and voter polls. I would agree with you on broken in a lot of ways. And again, even what we do here, like, yeah, I see giant accounts and they inflate their numbers, and you see all the burner accounts. I mean, our buddy Sappy accidentally forgot to tune into his burner account and tweeted out shit and then had to delete it because, oops, that wasn't supposed to come from that account. Fucking loser. But I agree with the engagement and stuff. And we go through it here. Like, our numbers are organic. We've grown this channel organically. We've never paid for anything. We advertise, we grind. We are fucking guerrilla warfaring this shit. And our numbers continue to grow. And that's how we want to do it. TK has been good from the beginning. TK has a good beginning and a good ending. It's the middle parts that he has a problem with. That's kind of accurate at times. Oh, right now, you guys know the geeky kid from the Sandlot? The one that gets the lifeguard? The fuck's his name? The one that fakes drive. That's him all grown up. He calls himself Nick Wayne. Mommy Wayne, the best part of the show. Yeah, she's the best trios I've seen all night. Mother Wayne talks, LOL. This ain't no tata. Squints, yes, Squints. This magic moments. Nick Wayne still needs work. He's young. He's 20. And again, so you have Edge come out, cut this big promo, but then later on, Nick Wayne cuts a promo about Christian, but then Bibbins was involved. But here comes Callis again. I see way too much of this guy's fucking face in my life. Please don't call me homie. It makes me think of baby oil. Facts. Squints. Truly can't understand what they see in Nick Wayne. I think this is Nick Wayne should just specifically be on Ring of Honor developing. In ring, I've watched Nick Wayne do great things. Him in the East West Express. I've seen him do good things with Jordan Oliver. I've seen him do good things. Sorry, homie. I yelled Squints. Squints! That's Squints all grown up. Oh. That's cold and tasty. Nick Wayne is not it. Yeah, I know. I agree with you. He's just not there yet. And again, I think I hate, again, try not to over compare. But a guy like Nick Wayne goes into, into NXT, goes into Evolve, goes into the Performance Center, and you develop. Look at Javon Evans. Like Nick Wayne's been in this company for what, 2 years, 3 years now? And then you look at what they're doing with like a Javon Evans right now, coming out of the gate, developing him properly. But here comes the Rainmaker, Okada, who somehow ended up in the Callis family. That's so funny. Squints! I gotta watch The Sandlot now. I fucking love that movie. Unbroken. Yep, got that one twice. Okada versus Jobber. Yeah, I find it, guys, you can let me know out there. I'm just very uninterested in what's happening right now. Have you seen the Sandlot kids as adults? Yes. Not all of them, but I think they did like a reunion thing not too long ago. The back catcher, the funniest. He just kind of stayed the same and blew up. Okada will carry all 3 belts. I don't get this, Richard. And somebody else out there, you can help me explain it. I don't get it. I don't fully fucking get it. Dear AEW fans, until they report the max numbers, I don't want to fucking hear it. And if anyone out there truly believes that the max number is 500,000, you're not paying attention. They just recently put out the numbers for the NHL playoffs. Not even fucking close. You know how low on the totem pole max is? Like Netflix, all the way fucking down. Max. Second lowest, third lowest. Max is not a huge platform. Max is not pulling in all these people. You got to stop trying to make stuff up. Make believe doesn't work. We deal with facts. Can I get my last vote, please, please? I didn't even put a poll up for this one. This one doesn't count. Yeah. But back to my question. They unified the titles, but didn't unify the titles. Squints with Steve-O. Steve-O is actually Steve-O is actually kind of Canadian, which is funny as hell. He went to a school not far from where I grew up, because of his dad. So it's funny. But yeah, Squints very much so. That is funny as hell. If you put glasses, yeah, that makes sense. So the 3 belt thing, I'm lost. So he's got 3 belts. So can he lose one? Are all 3 of them always on the line? And you kind of lie to your fan base, and that's what I feel like we get from Tony and some of his friends is they just outright lie. But if you don't unify the titles, you did not have a unification match. Now you have a unification championship. Help me understand. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm stupid. Facts. You bitch. And here comes Swerve. So we setting up Swerve Okada? Rick, I told KJ a long time ago, TK is using Vince's playbook. Whatever broken don't fit it. Whatever broken don't fit it. Bandito loses championship, shouldn't lose in a tag match. Yeah, I don't understand some of it. Wow. What are we wowing? Okada wins, no shit. Well, that was a match. I guess they had that match to set up this. I don't even like, ugh. Swerve should be a bigger star. Mid-2000 Steve-O was a problem, a big problem. I want the Alpha versus Okada. That's the match they should make. Yeah. I just don't understand this unification title thing. Oh my God, he just snapped on Swerve. What's up, Antone? Okada and Swerve. I think we'll get Okada versus Keshka match like Takeshita better. I love Takeshita. Takeshita is one of the most underutilized superstars in all of wrestling. This feud will keep Swerve busy, true, but can it be good? Swerve looking very dapper tonight, very composed as well. I agree with you, Damien. The Alpha would might be a better shout. But yeah, Khan overloads his products with meaningless belts and excess backyard wrestling antics to cover up the fact that there's zero amount of decent booking. I've said this before, and I know people get mad at me, but the same thing with Moxley in the death matches, right? I think it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. The belts, the no shut the fuck up. Wow. Well, that was fun. Nothing match. We watched Swerve walk all the way out, and before Okada even walks away, Swerve's music starts playing again, and that is the end of the segment, folks. That is what I would define as a complete and utter waste of all of our times. And Tony Khan should say sorry for that. That's ridiculous. I'm just kidding. But it sucked. This show is boring. Yeah, I'm praying for this show to end. We got 12 minutes. What is the main event tonight? It should be the trios. There we go. I will put a poll up for the main event. How many minutes over 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock are we going tonight? How you feeling out there, folks? It's been a bit of a lackluster one here tonight. I can't believe I'm going to fucking cover a fucking another DR Death Riders fucking trios match. I am so completely over this shit. But I will put a poll up in the chat. Who wins, Death Riders or Team Page? Not again. I don't think, and there's fans out there that are going to tell me I'm crazy, but if you are honestly being truthful to yourself and to Tony Khan and the company you watch, this was so disappointing. It's been Monday was way better. Tuesday was better. This is not it, folks. Jambalaya Fumboruski, just a bit outside. I love that. Shoving all the cliches together. Did Swerve have a verified license to operate that construction truck? He should be fine. Tonight on Evolve, Brooks Jensen returned and attacked Evolve champion Jackson Drake. That's interesting, Damien, in the fact of Jensen coming back. We saw that. I felt like they had something with Jensen. They kicked him out of the culling. Maybe this is good for Jensen. Get in the ring, have some good matches. Drake can go. We've seen good things from Drake. So let's go. This was a talkie segment disguised as a match. It was a no talkie segment disguised as a match. That's the weirdest part. Was we got the job match to get the talk, but the talk didn't happen. We were hopeful. I said it, and I knew it, though. You can't do just a night full of fucking trios match, fatal four-way, 8-man all-star. The best match of the night was the one-on-one match. If this is where the best wrestle, give me that. Prove it. Shake my head. Wow, that segment was riveting. Literally gave me goosebumps, Tony Khan. It gave me inverted goosebumps. Is that possible? Whoever is booking AEW pay-per-views needs to book the weekly shows. I think it's the same fucking guy, but what happens, Matt, is that, and welcome back, Matt. I feel like it's been a minute. I feel like because all you got to do is get the athletes in the ring and their talent will speak, that's where Tony Khan gets away with it a little bit. Where if you just put them in the ring, and then here we go. I can't take no more tonight. Thanks for keeping me real, KJ. I'm out of here. Tatu, come on back. Don't forget tomorrow, our Slammiversary preview show. It's going to be a fun one. With the main event left, it's safe to say Dynamite was meh at best. And again, we'll see what happens here as we're watching these guys walk through the fucking building. And Moxley looks fine. Moxley, like, again, I think this is bad decision making. Moxley should not be here tonight. They should be talking about how Moxley's at home nursing his wounds from the war the champion put him through. You know, it's kind of like G.I. Joe, like the bad guy runs off to regoop. That's what he does. Recoup. You know, I'll get you, gadget. That kind of vibe. Yeah, 2 cartoon references in one. TK fell asleep again. Team Page for the win. How long will this match go? Probably 15 minutes, which I hate. Team Death Riders. I'm so over the Death Riders. I was hoping them losing at All In would kind of put them on the back burner. The annexation of Puerto Rico. Let's go. Nobody expects it. Jake liked banged up last. I saw bandages everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Klaatu, don't go. Yeah, get back here. Me, I'm just like, I get it. 80's like, wait, don't abandon us now. Here comes Hobbs. So we got neither talkie nor matchy. We got nothing. Nada. Fucking terrible. Not saying this Dynamite was bad tonight, just saying I would have expected a better show after All In. I'm going to call it out and say it was bad. And I knew it was going to be bad when I saw the announcements of the matches. A series of fucking bullshit, nothing matches. That is the problem here. Do better. It says on our thumbnail tonight, a new era. It's the same shit. And yet I'll still be told, oh, are you watching this? It's so good. This dusts the WWE. Come on. When it's better, I'll tell you it's better. Besides the beginning with Hangman and the stuff with the Bucks, didn't really feel like a new era. Nothing at all. I thought the Bucks stuff made me chuckle. Not bad. The opening match with Fletcher was great. And everything else has been who gives a fuck. Everything, including the match. Again, if you watch some of these matches tonight and you thought, that was amazing, we're just not the same, and that's okay. Inverted goosebumps. Let's go. Page versus Moxley, all out calling it. I hope not, Bendy. I hope not. As we are off and running, Claudio Hobbs starting this one off. 74% of the chat taking Team Page, 25% taking DR. Are they going to move the goalposts? I like that. Page versus Monk. I hope not. I fucking hope not. Come on. I like that Evolve is sending NXT people there who need to revamp. And they're also bringing NXT people or Evolve talent up to NXT to make them shine a little. I've tried to follow this and I'm trying to find out like how many people are watching Evolve during the first hour of Dynamite. How many people are choosing Evolve over Dynamite? Nobody expects it. You got it. That's Samoan Joe right off was so bad, so odd, but it's so can film. I believe it's so he can do. And you might be right. I thought it was he was doing the pressers like the for Twisted Metal season 2, which I'm pumped. Page versus Moxley all out. Got that one. No, 34 flavors of wrestling tonight. No, Scotty. Scotty's on the ball tonight. Well, how you doing, buddy? Do we get no, barely even referenced Darby. Hangman mentioned him, but no Darby. And I feel like, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, I felt like Darby coming back at All In was botched. I think they fucked up. They're so caught up in their own head. I think they botched the Darby pop. Remember the rated R era? It's always just a slogan. Yeah. There's definitely going to be a run-in. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. MJF come out tonight? Main roster on Evolve also. Yeah, true. It's funny with Gabe Kidd, the Death Riders still lose. Well, it's funny that Gabe Kidd comes in, loses, leaves, comes back, leaves, comes back. Like it's like Gabe's told them, I'm only gonna work if it's like important, man. On a side note, we are getting a nice little break from the heat. I haven't yet. I hope tonight we do. The heat has been fucking atrocious. I literally was begging for snow this afternoon. I'm so tired of changing t-shirts midday. Main Raw got it. Darby should head back up the mountain. He ain't missing much. Facts. Do we get Darby at the end of this match? That could be it. Because I know somebody said they're setting up Paige Mox all out. But what if it's Darby Mox all out? I just want Cage Omega. This is the nicest thing ever. I want one of two things from the wrestling. I'll be honest. Doing this, I want one of two things. I either want it to be so good we're losing our minds and it's a lot of fun, or it's so bad I'm losing my mind and it's a lot of fun. That's what I want from my fucking wrestling. When it's this, when it's mid, when it's meh, I can't get mad enough at it. So I can't react to it enough. When it's just in the middle, it's so fucking, I think we keep saying boiled chicken. Like it's not worth my energy. I'm sitting here, I'm hot. It's a Wednesday night. Either fucking entertain me or disappoint me into rage. I missed you guys yesterday. I was celebrating my 48th birthday with the family. 80 and AZ, 48 years young. Congrats, sir. A lot of July birthdays popping up in this chat lately, so I appreciate that. As I will be celebrating mine next week. Cheers. But let's go. Oh wait, let's see. Wait, I almost forgot. Fireworks. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, homie. Me? Happy birthday, homie. KJ, does Cody and Cena at SummerSlam get a stipulation? I think it should. My only reason, if it doesn't, I have a theory that it's going to take Cody 3 tries. So Cody fights at SummerSlam, loses again. As long as it doesn't involve Travis Scott, Cody loses again. And maybe the last one. I don't think John Cena can lose the title prior to the countdown being next to 0. That's my opinion. I've been wrong before, but there's no point reminding us. I got 13 dates left. I got 10 dates left. He has to lose that belt, with 1 day left. That's the only way it really makes it, oh, fuck. Maybe he really is going to leave with the belt. Gets it back at WrestleMania. So who gets it? Like John, is John really going to leave with it then? What did Boiled Chicken ever do to you? Nothing particularly. I mean, depends where you put it. That sounded wrong. Thank you. Well, thank you for sharing the love. 106 degrees real feel in New York. Yeah, Unbroken, we often have very similar weather to you guys. Off by a few degrees. But right now it's only 75, so it has cooled down a little bit. But all day it's been in the hundreds, 110. And it's the humidity. The fucking humidity. You're just moist, which is a terrible word. Sounds awful. Moist. As Shafir beating up Hobbs, the ref's distracted, and we're back to the action. 2 out of 3 falls for Cody Cena. Okay. Now, both guys are going to be here Friday. We will be here live for SmackDown, so don't miss that. This just in, Travis Scott is all elite. That was Swerve Strickland. Silly. I'm just kidding. Randy Cost, Cody. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for Randy Cody. Maybe Roman takes it off Cena. Roman's going to be preoccupied, and I saw people guessing. I feel like it's going to be Roman, Jay versus the Brawns at SummerSlam. I think it's going to be a tag match, not a singles match. Gabe Kidd is acting like Conor McGregor. Right? It's Gabe McGregor. Just I'll fight when I want to. Oh, that was more Scottish than Irish. Oops. Travis Scott is all elite. Back. Jose, can I get a vote, please? You get my vote. The poll's up, right? Did I put a poll up? I thought I put a poll up. No poll? Did I lie and not give you a poll? Oh, yeah. Team Page, 75%. Death Riders, only 25. SummerSlam looking stacked. Bendy, I know people are talking about, like, there's been so much going on, and you don't, like, we realize, like, it's 3 weeks away. If you go to our if you go down to our homepage, our SummerSlam streams are already up. But SummerSlam looks fucking awesome. Wasn't Willow Marina's equalizer? What happened? That she forgot. She gave up. She got tired of it. Yeah, I'm so tuned out, Richard. I'm sorry. I want to cheer. I want to be excited. It's just not happening. I really wish this was a better show. If I was a if I was an AEW fan, I'd be, which I am, but if I was one of those out there, I'd be really fucking upset. Oh, big chance. Like people love Briscoe. We need more Briscoe in our lives. Next week, Tony versus Billy Starks. That works for me. I like Billy Starks. And Tony can go. So that's okay. And we're setting up Athena. So that works. I would be starting to clever. I would be starting Clever Chance if I was there with KJ. Yeah. Right. Like what? Death Riders tags are so dull. This is so boring. This is how you introduce us to your new champ. Weakest episode of wrestling this week so far. Again, even if you're the most diehard AEW fan, I don't know how you're entertained by this show tonight. Has the crowd been sitting there emotionless all night or just this match? They've been sporadic, and considering it's 1,100 people in a small venue, I just feel like the energy's not there. Like, you know, when you do like the 2,300 arena, you do these smaller shows and the crowd's amped. I feel like the booking took them out of it, and they were up and down. They were live and loud for Adam Page. They had good energy for the opening match, and then we got a lot of stuff that wasn't overly compelling. Just unfortunate. It really is. I expected better. I bet he has a fucking stockpile. I would start AWA chants. We want Bruiser. Tony Khan doesn't do good Dynamite after pay-per-view. It's consistent. We've talked about this before, where you get the fan base all jazzed up and they're out on the internet like, we're going to rule. We're taking over the world. And then they quickly turn into Monty Python. Run away, run away, run away. It's not good. It's not good. KJ, who do you want to see face Julia next? Ooh, that's a phenomenal question. I'm gonna make my head turn back into wrestling mode. Who would I face them next? Julia. We've kind of got past. I want to see good matches for the women's mid card. I want solid matches. I'm just trying to think who's in that mix over there. Let me think. I don't think you can go back to Julia. Sorry, you can't go back to Chelsea right away. Plus, she's kind of been all over the place. Who's over? Do you run someone like? Do you give like Mission or a chance to kind of run at her and see if they can get a couple good matches? I wonder if that would work. Just trying to think who else stands out on SmackDown. B-Fab, probably not. Belair's busy. That's a good question. Charlotte and Alexa are doing their thing, so highly unlikely. Though if you did something like Julia versus Alexa, just for the match quality, I think it would be fun. Do you have to bring somebody in? I'm trying to think. Who am I overlooking? Yeah, you might actually have to like bring somebody in for Julia. There's not a whole lot going on in that SmackDown mid card there. What's Lola Vice up to? Can we go get her? Natty, I mean, no, not really. Kind of more on the independents right now. That's a fucking hard question. Stephanie's over elsewhere. It's not going to be Tiffany. Wendy Chu. Yeah. Anybody got any ideas? That's a tough question. Refund. As Mark Briscoe bites Moxley's head. A lot of biting in this company. I kind of wish they could minimize the biting. There's a lot of biting. Commercial red zone. Yeah, fuck. We're 10 after 10 for nothing. Like, this show could have ended 10 minutes ago. I don't know if you guys are catching my overall demeanor. They've taken me right out of this. Hot tag. The hot tag goes, it's a weird thing. That Yuta's the guy that runs in. But Claudio getting it as Paige on fire. I guess everybody needed a night off, except your champion and the guy he beat. Like Moxley, to his credit. Oh, Paige got a bit of a limp to him. But like Moxley, as much as I don't like Moxley, he carried that belt for like 10 months or whatever the fuck it was. Give the man a fucking night off. Pop-up powerbomb, Claudio back in. Moxley is literally just sitting at the side of the ring watching. I hate that shit. Final picture in picture. It's gone. It's a Tope Superceda. Oh, EVP trigger. Paige kicks out. Dustin Rhodes going to be on Collision. Nia Jax. Nia? I don't know. I don't like the reason. I have no issue with Nia, but I want Julia to be in the ring with like talent, right? Like that makes sense. I don't want to see, her overcome Nia Jax. Wow, what a move. They did the doomsday device. Paige lands it on his feet. There goes Claudio. Look, Marina and Moxley. Moxley's lounging. Moxley's not just lounging. To me, that's insulting to the fans. Julia and I would be interesting. I'm not taking away from that. Vega to me is a better matchup for Julia, and I know that's how we got here, but I want those types of matches. Like, put the women in the ring and let them cook, right? Kind of like what we were seeing from Julia, but on more biting. More biting. I'm so sick of this shit. Hobbs Spinebuster. Candice, I don't know if there's enough interest in Candice, but Candy can go. So, okay. Yeah, 12-minute overrun now for nothing. Well, he saw it coming. Claudio is working his ass off tonight. And we get a fucking... I'm not even mad. I don't. I honestly don't care. You can't even be mad. Where's Natalya to take the pin when you need her, right? It's not a bad show. Nia needs to build up a female group. That'd be interesting. But she's kind of a... Oh, now the Death Rider is going... So Paige wins with essentially the fancy roll up. A boring match. Moxie in here throwing shit punches. Who's coming out? It's Darby, right? The crowd is chanting for Darby. All eating wrestling. Yeah, what's with this fucking biting? Windsor debuts on Collision. We did see her at All In. Yeah, you're going to have to call someone up. Right? Like, I want her to be in some really good matches, like Julia Tekla type matches. Oh, we're going to the top. And there's Darby up there. There's Darby staring at Moxley. Moxley's got his mouth open, waiting for something to be inserted. And there's the buckshot. That's how the match should have fucking ended. You morons. And Moxley rolls out and leaves. Moxley is the fucking worst wrestler in the business. It fucking kills me. Terrible. What should have happened is the match breaks down, the ref loses control, and Moxley's taking liberty. And then you do that spotlight moment with Darby. Moxley gets distracted, his mouth drops. Then he turns around, eats a buckshot. 1, 2, 3, over. Moxley got hit with a buckshot. His favorite move. Roll out to the floor and walk off like it never happened. Fucking Moxley, man. The guy sucks. Sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, that was AEW Dynamite. It went off the air. That is all. We take a rating out of 10 for every single show. We appreciate if you give us your opinion. What did you like? What didn't you like? Even Renee is tired of his shit. Well, I think he spends more time eating wrestlers than his wife. But hey, here's Darby. It's Darby. But Darby didn't come out. Darby didn't come out and make a big impact. Darby didn't run down. Just stared at him. I'm sorry if I'm fighting you. If we're having a fight and someone over there makes a face at me, I'm still going to fight this person. They're a problem for me right now. The person up there can go fuck himself. Unless he's planning to come down here, fuck him. I'm not, go away. But that's how you would have ended the match. And if you don't want Moxley to eat the pin, then have Claudio or all three of them get distracted and Paige hits the buckshot on one of them. Like Paige goes to hit Mox moves, Yuta eats it, 1, 2, 3, a nice win. No, we get a shitty fucking finish to the match, and then we get bad Moxley acting, and then Moxley doesn't even sell the fucking buckshot. To me, tonight was a colossal failure. 5 out of 10. Man, we need Nick tonight. Oh, well, he's busy. What do you need him for, though? What can he help you with? He'll be back tomorrow. We'll ask him all the questions. We miss Nick when he's not here. Come on, let's go. 2 out of 10. AEW Trash Show 2. Wow. Let's go. 5.5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 3 out of 10. I think Devin's hoping for like the little bit of the love that Nick's been bringing for AEW that I can't find. This show was depressing. I would agree with that. Some good moments. 6 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Julia debate was more fun than the main event. 4 out of 10. AEW doesn't suck. It bites. Facts, Geekbox. How you doing? Folks, go check out Geekbox. He's got even multiple part reaction videos now. So go check out all his stuff. Go check out our buddy. British Nick is in the house. Let's go. Somebody said we need Nick. We got British Nick. 4 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Inserted. Yeah, exactly. 14-minute overrun for fuck and all. So no run-in, just a stare. Apparently, that 80-pound man up there with the face paint on is enough to shut the shit down. I'm not interested in Darby anymore. I don't think they've done well. Like they could have had a huge moment, but like to do the Everest video, then do Brian coming out like there, and then Darby came down. I think you missed the Darby pop. Darby all in. Darby all in. Flat ending. Easy night. AW 6, 5. I'm going 5. I might even go 4 actually, because I you heard us, and anybody that wants to say otherwise, we were super positive about AEW at All In. People want to brag, oh, we killed it, we crushed, there's no contest, we're the best, AEW, we did so good. That is not good. Raw fucking murdered this show. It's not even fucking fair. You gave us fucking Darby in the crowd. We got Roman on Monday. NXT was better last night. And I didn't even love it. I think I gave it what? A 7.5? 7? 4 out of 10. It's a 6 out of 10 tonight. LOLKJ. Some good moments. Adam Page was great in the beginning. Kyle Fletcher and Dorado was good. What else? What else was good? I mean, the ladies got a bit of a pop for the Fatal 4-Way, but I'm so sick of Fatal 4-Ways. And again, one woman's match a week. That's all we get. Depressing, 5 out of 10. I'm going to go 4. I'm going to go 4. Man, we needed. Yeah, we always do. We always do. I feel like half a man without him. 3 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Started hot, then dropped like an anchor. Again, when they announced the matches they were going to do tonight, it did not feel like a new era of AEW stepping forward strong. And sure enough, when we watched it, it was more of the same, rinse and repeat. We've seen all this, the trios matches with the kerfuffled ending. And again, if I was Hangman Page, I would have ran to the back at the end of the show and I would have looked Moxley dead in his face and said, if I hit you with a fucking buckshot, you go down. This is bullshit. And if this was old time wrestling, guys like Moxley would get the shit kicked out of them for no selling everything. 7 out of 10, fun show. Then you have to be nicer to NXT, Boston. I'm sorry. If that was a 7, NXT was a 9. 6 out of 10 from Bradley. What is this shit? You have an overrun, but then go to commercial at 10:05. What is that shit? A commercial during an overrun is fucked. Fucked. And you went almost a whole quarter hour over. 3 out of 10, 5 out of 10 Knicks. Yes. 0-0. That should have been the ending, KJ. You're right. Doesn't that make sense? Again, guys, I mean, doesn't that make sense? Darby distracts Moxley, causing Moxley to lose. And then next week, Moxley's enraged. And Moxley's hunting for Darby. And you know what you do as the booker? You give Darby a match with somebody. Anybody. Fucking Darby, Nick Wayne, I don't care. Just an excuse for Death Riders to show up and get one back on Darby. Now we got a feud. Now we're cooking with oil. Let's fucking go. But what do I know? I'm just a guy here. 5.5, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Tony Storm promo was fun. Tony was good, and I actually laughed at the Buck stuff. I will admit that. The Buck stuff made me laugh. Some of it a little cheesy, but I thought it was good. They didn't even know how to do their finisher anymore. I mean, it may be the first time in a long time. And I mean, I gave them credit. They had one of the best matches of the weekend. But those were the kind of the 2 points for each. We got 6 points here tonight. Or and I didn't even give them that. I give them 4 because I'm mad. Here's where the AW sickos tell us they love the triple. They love this triple for the love of wrestling. Yeah, I don't get it. And when you say this is where the best wrestler, when you say Triple H doesn't know how to book or blah, 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 blah. I mean, again, I really think if you're in a glass house, I just don't think these motherfuckers realize they're in glass houses. They're just throwing stones like willy-nilly and not realizing what's happening. The group topics were better than the show. Fair, yeah, 100%. 1 empty tin of Pringles out of 10. Facts. I like that one. Once you pop, you can't stop, bro. Gamer, how do you think that was 7 and it was 5 at best? Listen, the only thing I'm calling bullshit on that 7 is the dislike of NXT last night. NXT was overall a more entertaining show than tonight. Darby is a wannabe Jeff Hardy, flat ending. At this point, I'd rather watch Kim Darby than the Darby Allin. I like the show, but it still needs to be better booking characters and too much six-man tags. Very annoying. I do like the show, still need a lot of work. Oh, boring championship belts. So how many male talents is Marina going to bitch before somebody gets the equalizer for her? Why can't she have a match? Why can't she have a match where she proves, like, why can't she dominate? Darby, Moxley last rights match, probably, or a coffin match. KJ was hopeful for 908. I was fucking hopeful for fucking 808. Just nothing felt new tonight. Nothing felt exciting. Nothing felt fresh. Nothing felt, like I said, I called out what I liked. And there's not enough one-on-one matches. The best match tonight was Fletcher and Dorado, one-on-one, straight up, good talent. And not every match has a big story. Not every match has you see wrestling fans in the IWC all the time. Why? Why did this happen? Not every match has a why. Sometimes, two teams from different divisions have to play. You get some crossover bullshit, and it's just a one-off. But it's a match to showcase whoever you're pushing. NXT was better last night. AEW, anything except wrestling, right? AEW goes down and down every week. 6 out of 10. 15-minute overrun for nothing. 4.5 out of 10. Yeah, I'm going 4 just because they kept me here longer than I wanted to be. Also, time WWE release to sign up. We'll see. There's been talks about a lot of different names, so we'll see. But I don't think that's the solution, Craig. They have a lot of talent not being used. So bringing in more releases is not, and I'm not saying that you're saying this. My concern is they sign more people that don't get used. Feels like the only good follow-up from All In was seeing the EVP meltdown. For once, they were a highlight in the show. Yeah, I give them credit. Adam Page, Adam Page should have done his promo and went the fuck home. Because you didn't need Page tonight to build Moxley and Darby. You could have put anybody in Page's spot to fight the Death Riders and still done the Darby thing, right? So Adam Page does his promo, goes the fuck home. He's earned it. I don't think Moxley should have been on this show, but they want to build Mox Darby, fine. 3 out of 10. The final WCW show made more sense than this. Facts. Hashtags, Josh, thank you. Use the hashtags, folks. Dustin Rhodes celebration on Collision, crazy. Tony Storm segment with Athena was good. I gave NXT a 10 out of 10, right? Imagine Moxley trying to no-sell Dutch. Yeah, I mean, there's guys that would have fucked his shit up. That blows my mind. He eats the champion's finisher, rolls out so he can land on his feet outside the ring and just walks. Like, you die when you eat the champion's finisher. What the fuck are we doing? Shout out to Geekbox, the best doing it. Nobody does it like Geekbox. Fletcher and Okada got Def Rebels. Darby finally returned to get a minute of screen time. Yeah, what the fuck? 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'm with. Yeah, that's a struggle. Hangman's promo in the beginning of the show was good. 6 out of 10. All right. I'm tapping out. I popped hard when Tony Storm said Mercedes tastes good. Yeah, she says some stuff, but we did have that funny moment where she motorboated her butt cheeks. And again, I think it's just it's funny, but I don't know that other companies want their women behaving that way. I'll put it that way. I gave AEW All In a 9.5 out of 10. That's fair. I mean, a lot of people give it 9, 10. I gave it 8.5, I think. 8. It was up there. Skipping Stones used to be fun, right? Do we get a surprise debut next week for NXT? NXT built a huge card. Maybe, Devin, we'll see in time. Sometimes we got to get shitty Thursday. Night game. That's it, right? Like every once in a while we get that. Fucking who cares? AEW's tag division needs some love. It needs all the love. I gave NXT 10 out of 10 last night for Mariah May. Facts. Touche. If I'm being honest, besides Mama Wayne's melon and the Bucks downfall, how? I'm not even going to go there. I just want to say that Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian are the smallest two boobs in the faction right now. They outweigh both, left and right outweigh Nick and fucking Kip. See you tomorrow on video attempt number 2. The Cope segment. The hardcore AEW fans don't seem to get that excited through the show, aside from the odd person here or there. I agree with you. Considering a small, intimate venue, I expected a lot more energy tonight, and it wasn't there. I gave NXT a 7 out of 10. There we go. You guys are awesome. Like, you guys just keep going. I love it. I did enjoy some of the matches on NXT 2. The Dark State match was surprising. Yes. I'm going to convert everybody on this one. You're all too good to me. Hey, you always got to be nice to the box, buddy. KJ, where is Hangman celebrating? We are Hangman celebrating that but give Dustin Rhodes. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, it's a little odd, but I mean, one's on Collision, which we kind of know what Collision is nowadays. I'm surprised Monet would use her to get the deer over. Fucking hell, fucking Salt Lick. Throwing stones like willy-nilly. KJ epic turn back. Then, yeah, right? Just fucking old soul. What can I say? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm tapping out. You guys are amazing, and I'd be here all night. Is it just me, or does AEW do way too many? It's not just you, Tyler. We talked about it all fucking night. I'm with you, Boston, on Ava. You know how I feel about Ava. She should be managing a Hot Topic, not a wrestling show. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Dynamite. That is our show. Don't forget, as you see on our screen, preview and predictions, 8 p.m. tomorrow as we dive into Slammiversary. And, of course, we're here on Friday. We're here on Sunday. We got so much coming your way, and another busy week as we continue to grind, and we got more content. Go check out our interviews. Go check out our special shows like the Mental Health Show. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Thank you for being part of all the fun. On behalf of Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick, I am KJ White. Have a good night. I'll see you on the flip side.